Look, man, I'm so sorry about that match. I could have sworn he was going to use Agent of Destruction.
Hey, he led me to believe it. He led the community to believe it. And I was supposed to be playing Jin. That's what we were supposed to do. But he played Blue Baby, and he pulled the wool over all our eyes. But hey, let me tell you a little something about Prince, okay? Because now that you're Prince with his shoulder, man. Now that you're gonna be playing against Prince, you're Avenue 7. You're gonna be playing with U7. But just know what he did with me, he's gonna do with you. He's gonna find the counter, and you're gonna have to deal with that, man.
I'm going to look into it. You have a stream to do.
Yup. What's happening, Dragon Ball Super Play? 10,000 years can give you such a crick in the neck.
Man, oh man.
What's happening?
Welcome,
This is your hype boy, PR Son.
And this is, the Prince of Destruction. It's been a while since I've seen you, but look at the merch the Prince is wearing today. Woo!
Hey, that's not bad merch right there. That's not bad merch.
We got the Team Dormant shirt on with the Lotus in the middle. Oh man. We'll talk about that later. But man, it's been a while since I've seen you.
It hasn't. You know what? With that, it looks like they're starting straight up with round one. So we headed to the match.
Yes, we are.
Woo! Oh, this is awesome.
Man, oh man, I am excited here today. We have Evan
U7.
Yeah.
Evan U7 playing on the left right there.
Playing at Lotus for the first time, I think, in a long time, especially since he's been commentating. But man, oh man. Woo! Eli coming in. I haven't seen Eli, but he is playing SS4 Bardock.
He's playing Sparkles. And Sparkles is going to be doing some damage. He does have, it looks like he has the green one down pack. It's like the rainbow deck of the actual meta. And it's pretty cool that there's actually an effect when you charge a card.
Yes.
Woo!
Yes. It's the first deck that actually has an effect of charging a card. Normally, it requires you to have more than one multicolor black and another color. But the cool thing about this leader is if you guys have seen the new Set 15 Blue Unison hit, whenever it unawakens something, this is the only leader to my knowledge that allows you to still be at 15K.
Right. Oh, man, you know what? That's pretty interesting right there. But guys, hey, thank you for joining us tonight. This is Salt. This is Super at Lotus Thursdays, and we got Ice Dragon right there. Already starting up with the trash talking. I like it right there. They took pity on you, man.
They
took pity on you, dog.
No.
That's what they did right there.
No. They took pity on you when you lost at PPG. We ain't gonna talk about it just yet. There's some more important things, like Evan U7 playing Invoker for the 500th time.
We definitely gonna attack that because there's some stuff right there that I'm just like, oh, I'm not. PR sign is a bit salty. I ain't gonna lie about that one.
Look. As much as people may be upset, I've gotten a few comments saying, "Oh, that was trash. You played Baby. Why didn't you play AOD?
You were leading everybody on to say you were gonna whip my keister with AOD, man.
No. I said I was gonna whip your keister. I never said what deck I was gonna
you
play.
Kept on saying, you will see it soon.
I implied, but it's okay. It's all right. You know what? I'll tell this. Game 2, scary. Scary, man.
Well, real quick, let's go back to the action. After the action, we can go ahead and talk a little bit more about that one. But Evan right now charging his second energy for the turn. He has, I believe it seems like it's 8. It might be 7, but I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to 7 lives. Charging his second energy, and he has yet to see a Tournament of Power, which is actually a big weakness to Invoker, in my opinion. However, you got the big name Invoker players that will definitely say you need to be able to play without the field card because that's the first thing that your opponent is going to attack whenever they utilize their side.
And absolutely, if you can play without the field card, then that internalizes the idea of you being a good Invoker player by itself.
Wow, Ice Dragon, I like that right there, man. It's been a while since I've seen you guys on the horn right there. Ice Dragon's like, when you talking to trash, it's just talking, bro.
Oh, cool. Oh.
You said, of course. You agreed. That was it.
Oh, of course. It's just talking trash. It's just talking. I know. But I'll take that as a compliment personally. I don't know about you. But we are seeing him play the Crown of Retribution. And it allows him to look at his opponent's hand and pick a card of his choosing.
What? Why did he counterplay? Didn't he have counterplays? Oh,
He
but he
doesn't have
doesn't.
the red.
He doesn't have the color. I was about to
does
say.
not have
yeah,
the
that's the
red.
thing with Crown of Retribution. So you tap one. If your opponent has 2 or more energies, look at their opponent's hand. You can rip a battle card off 20k power or less. But of course, the thing with the Crown of Retribution is either it's gonna go off and you'll get a lot of hand knowledge, or you're just gonna proc and provoke your opponent to play something to counter a 1-drop.
Indeed.
That's what's so strong about that Crown of Retribution. It only requires that you have a red leader, and in this situation, he not only has red, he has blue.
Indeed, he does. And we saw that he took out the Gohan from his hand. Now, in this particular matchup, I don't know about what you think about it, but to me, in this particular matchup, it's not that strong of a negate. The Gohan actually, the way it works is that whenever it negates, you pitch a card and it acts like dormant, depending on the opponent's energy. Now, Invoker, as we know, will always have red and blue sitting there right there.
Always. And you know what? Every single red and blue extra card that comes out is definitely going to be viewed upon by Invoker players if they're in fact still playing Invoker after that one errata that they hit that cat blow with that limit 1 keyword skill, man. That was actually a very devastating blow. And Evan U7, even still after the limit 1, still continues to try to make this deck work. And you know what? You got to give props to him for doing that. Evan U7 down to 5 lives, it looks like. It looks like his opponent is still at all 8 lives. I don't know if Evan is trying to go for not attacking him as much, or I don't know if Sparkles is at, oh no, Sparkles is already awoken, so it's very difficult. But at the same time, the Invoker player can activate battle, pitch an extra card, filter out, and go up to 15k power.
Correct,
so it shouldn't be too much of a battle in that stance. But he does have, it looks like he has strategies of Universe 7 in his charge area. And I'm just like, that's very unique. Why would he put barrier on something unless he's going for a different route now that he can't really cat blow for game?
And now we do have to talk about this. Evan now dropping down to 4 lives. And the SS4 Bardock player is going to stick at 8. One of the benefits of this deck is its survivability. The benefit of it being, it looked like at first it being a 5k leader, not really that great, but it gains power over time. And if you go first, you start off at 9, you can combo out of that, play a Goku or a Vegeta of your choosing by tapping 1, and then the next turn charging a card, you are at 11, and now they have to combo cards from their hand to even hit you.
And you know, this is very interesting too, because Evan, you see him playing a mixture of super combos. As we saw there, that was an old super combo. If your card is Universe 7, if I have 5 or less life, you can go ahead and super combo, gain 10k combo power, and then draw a card on top of that. He does also play the beer super combo that restands a dual color energy too. So he's got a little mixture there. I don't know about you guys. I don't know about your personal preference. I hate doing mixtures. I'd rather do one full set of one super combo or one full set of another. I feel as though whenever I do a mixture, I always see the super combo I don't need at that time.
Yes.
And it's like, you know what, yeah, chalk it up to that RNG right there.
Now, I do a 2-2 split in Blue Baby, as you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, I do see the Gohan, and I do see the benefits of having not only the Gohan, but also the Zeno. There are benefits there. To me, personally, I think there are decks that do need a 2-2 split. And we're seeing the 3-drop Vegeta come out.
And what has he got? Deflect barrier right there. That's uninteractable card. There's only a few cards in the game, but those cards aren't even played anymore. This is just to help Invoker to keep that keyword skill on board. But it looks like on swing, we're going to have a reaction to it. We might have a negate for that swing because you don't want Invoker to go ahead and activate battle and get a whole bunch of advantage on top of his opponent. Because now that he has a U7 on board, if he were to awaken, he can actually activate not 1, but 2 of his abilities. Not the same time, you have a choice between the 2 because now he controls a U7 on board.
Right. Now, on top of that, he does pitch, and he pitches a Goku, a yellow Goku to be exact, one that you usually charge, and it will negate a battle card on board, not ignoring barrier. So it doesn't really apply here against the Invoker matchup. We finally see the TOP come down, and Evan is tapped out at this point. He is going to go ahead and awaken his leader.
Yeah, no, he's very comfortable with that. And this leader's awakening ability is you got to put a 1 red, 1 blue card underneath your leader. That way you got 2 overlay units right there. You get to draw 3 cards and restand 1 of your energies. Of course, that's no problem here because I know that Evan U7 does in fact play some Sensu Beans in order to help him defensively gain 5k power for the duration of the turn.
Correct. Now, the scary thing here, and just a little bit of a thought, is he does not have the 8-drop Gogeta in hand. We also haven't seen him see a Vegeta at all either, which is kind of upsetting. He needs to get the 8-drop and the Vegeta as well.
You know what also is upsetting? I'm slacking. I'm slacking as a commentator. Why? That is the Evan special right there. I forgot to mention right there. The Evan special, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, he's going to look at your hand.
Yes.
Every time he does that ability, you know what? He's about ready to awaken. As soon as this man awakens and I'm playing against him, I go ahead and I put my hand right there on his field.
Yep.
And he always uses that ability.
Yep.
And you know, it's a strong ability, but just like, man, that's so OP. And you want support for Invoker? It was funny too because I was actually playing him recently and I saw him awaken and I put my hand on his field and he looked at me and said, I'm not using that ability. And he gives me my hand back and I look at him and I say, bro, if you ask me to see my hand, bro, you ain't gonna see it. You better go ahead and put your overlay unit back underneath your leader. It ain't happening, player.
So we see him play the Broly. The Broly, very rarely do you actually get to see this card, but it gains power based off of how many energy or how many markers is on it. And it is going to be at a couple of markers there. I think it's based off of the color energy in your bat.
Looks like looks like on the swing right there, we got Evan U7 that's going to go ahead and negate restand 2 blue energies using Dimension Magic. Goes down to 3 lives if I'm not mistaken. And we got David Dean on the horn. What's happening, player? How you doing? You know, PR Sign, this is the first Thursday of this month. And we got another Thursday. PR Sign is going to be coming back. It's always a pleasure to be commentating right there.
It is. It is always a pleasure to be sitting next to you in the broadcast booth instead of across the table where I know you'll lose. And that's okay. We are looking at a very nice board on the SS4 Bardock side here with the Unison, the Negate, and the red Bardock itself.
You know what? And it looks like Eli, this man right here is playing a clean match, man. There's no underhanded stuff. There's no cheating of any kind. He sticks with a leader. He's going to play with that leader. He's been playing with Sparkles. He's been showing Evan his hand. He's just been a stand-up gentleman.
And I agree. And I think that is the mark of a true coward. I understand that so much. Man, I think that is the mark of somebody who isn't learned the ropes long enough. But he is sitting at 8 life versus Evan's measly 3 life. But we know that can all change. Evan's really not worried about that because there is one card Evan is known for, and he might be able to play it.
He might actually be able to play it. Or, you know, turn 5 comes around, he just cap blows and kills his opponent all the way down from 8 to 0. Oh! That can't happen!
Yeah, it was. See, you're getting on my side now. You see, I didn't like that card either.
I'm not gonna lie, cap blow. But the thing is, all the win cons happen turn 5 or later. You can't hate on Invoker for having the best turn 5 win con. Like, they have to have all their pieces in hand, and they have to defend all the way up to turn 5. It actually really didn't bother me. It just made it to where
acting like they couldn't get to it easily.
I mean, they really couldn't, because I've seen some Invoker players be sweating trying to get to turn 5. That's the thing, and you need to have all the pieces. And if you're defending and you're clawing your way out of trying to get out of the aggro decks, it's very difficult. You know what? At that point, if you defended aggro up until turn 5, bro, you deserve to win. If
You're right. Anybody playing Blue Baby, hear that out. If you can defend till you get to turn 6 or 7, you deserve that W.
You deserve that W
against turning the tide. And the 5-drop frees your opponent out.
That's right. That's right. But you know what? PR sign should have. Yeah, because I had Priest. Priest looked at me and said, PR, why the heck did you play Jiren when this man brought out Blue Baby? He told me, you know what you should have done? You should have grabbed that yellow Jiren back out and thrown out Trunks. That's what you should have done. But see, PR's not like that, man. I'm a man of my word.
You're a stand-up human being.
I'm a man of my word. But you know, well, for sure, if I get a rematch, you know Trunks going out there. Go ahead, play whatever meta you want, bro. Like, we gonna bottom deck, bro.
You'll get your chance eventually, kid. It'll be all right.
Eventually, unless Evan just eats you up and spits you out for breakfast, then I don't have to worry about it.
If Evan ever had the opportunity.
And you know what, Evan? We rooting for you, Evan. The community is backing you up, man.
The community's backing you up, but reality's looking you in the face. I don't know if you've watched the last 2 weeks.
Though, actually, no, my bedtime, man. You know my curfew.
You're right. Last week I made a very important statement, and it still rings true. He's not top 5.
Oh, you know what is top 5 though? Top 5, the fact that he charged his 5th energy for this game,
Yes.
and he automatically used the TOP, having the effect of looking at the top 3 cards of your deck. You get to rearrange them however you like, but all 3 of them must either go on the top of the deck or the bottom of the deck, which was actually a ruling that Bandai had put out there because Invoker players were stacking real good.
What is top 5? The top 5 of Ray's Shadow Paladin. That's what top 5 is. He's not top 5. I'm just saying.
Oh, that even hurt me. Ah, golly. Hey, but you know what Evan is all about? He sticks with U7. That's what he's all about. And you got to give kudos to him. He's been trying to make this deck relevant for every single meta that comes out, man. Yeah. Every single meta, you got to give him props for it. And look what he's doing right there. Not only did he play a Wheeze this turn 5, right? He's got 4 energies open, so the Wheeze actually searches out a TOP, so that's deck thinning right there. And of course, he has his leader that has 1 overlay unit left. He's tapping 1 because he does have the keyword skill Invoker on board. He's using the Tyranny's cost, allowing him to draw 2 cards. If his opponent has more than 11 cards, he has to go ahead and shuffle cards until he has 10 cards left in hand.
Right.
So he's doing some stuff right here, and now swinging in at his Unison.
Yes.
And of course, we already know what Unisons, right? Unisons do not have a defensive step, so they either negate, block, or that's it. You're about ready to lose that marker. But Evan U7, we'll go ahead and see if he's going to activate his ability. He does have 1 overlay unit. He can either look at his opponent's hand and rip out a battle card or an extra card, and I think the battle card has to be a cost or a power of 35 cost or 35k or less.
Yes.
Or you can get 3 dual color extra cards from your drop area / warp having different names.
Yes.
We're gonna go ahead and see what Evan does with that, but he's swinging in with the Vegeta with 19k power. So he's going ahead and try to put in some work here. He's got the Wheeze up there, and some tells me that Wheeze, he's gonna go ahead and tap for the High School Musical card. Hey, we all in this together. Yeah. It destroys the whole field of your opponents having 20k power or less. Of course, it doesn't ignore barrier, but that High School Musical card put in work.
It did, but it didn't get rid of one of the problem cards, and that is whenever that red Bardock, it can active battle once per turn, -5 to something on the board, not ignoring barrier, of course. But we know that the Roshis are somewhere nearby, and that can cause some damage.
No, it can cause a lot of damage right there. We got Mighty 2000.
Imagine if he has all 4. Sorry to cut you off. Imagine if he has all.
Are you really sorry, bro?
Actually,
are you really sorry, bro?
On this one, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mighty 2015, because I gotta go ahead and throw out the love to the people on the horn right there. Says it's the Prince of Darkness, the man from the dark side, with this co-host, the announcer himself, PR sign, the hype boy, bottom deck. Oh, I like that intro. I like that intro.
I did too. I acknowledge that Mighty 2015 is one of the fun and most fair and interactive members of Team Dorman. That is Felipe right there, and a fantastic person. Awesome to see you, my man. Glad you're in the stream.
Good guy. He's a good guy right there. He's definitely an advocate for Sin Shenron. So hey, if you got Sin Shenron deck lists or whatnot, I'm sure he would like to look at it too. He's been growing. He's been exponentially getting better at the game, and I can tell the difference too from the first time I played him with my trunks, and then I haven't played him yet. But you know what? I've seen him on stream, and he has been growing, and he has been getting better. And you know what? I like that. That makes me smile because that's more competition for me. And you know, as the community grows, you grow, and we all just get involved right there. But Evan U7 has 1 energy open, and it looks like he did throw the limp wrist, and now he passed turn, and this is not looking good for Evan U7 for the sincere reason that Evan is at 3 lives, and we got Eli at 8 lives still.
Yes.
8 lives. So you're wondering, how do you get to the point where you beat your opponent? You got to get him from 8 to 0. If you don't swing at your opponent, well, your opponent is going to continue to charge, continue to try to look and search for their answer, and eventually...
The double strike chopper on a 20k lead coming in. That's 30k, and this is smart by the Bardock player because he cannot target it for specific extra cards from Invoker.
And you already know it's that Emperor's Death Beam that's going to hit it. That's why you double strike with the leader or the Unison. The Unison, there's some stuff that you can do, but leaders, you can't KO the leader. So you swing in, no negates. You want to make sure that Invoker goes down to 1 because the thing is they won't have sparking after that. Once they're tapped out, they got 1 life. That's it. You're going for the kill, and he already threw the double strike right there. That's the Wincon double strike Champa. But we got right there Evan reciprocating with the Sensu Beam adding it on top of his leader, so he's gonna have a base of 20k power.
And Evan's kind of thinking here, he may be at 20k, but we still have to deal with his 10k double strike Champa. He's going to have to drop either 3 cards from his hand or a super combo and a 5k. And we do know the one weakness of Invoker is that they do not have that much combo power.
They have a lot of extra cards. That's the thing. So sometimes, even see, the thing is that I always advise if people are having trouble against Invoker players, I mean, before, you know, the limit 1 and errata and stuff, is just go ahead and swing in. Your opponent might have 11, 20 cards in hand, but 9 times out of 10, half of those cards are going to be extra cards.
And he is actually going to be grabbing stuff from the drop area with his final piece, his overlay unit, as
he activates the overlay unit right there.
Stealing the Yu-Gi-Oh phrases. I like it. I'm gonna have to take that from you.
You gotta copy and paste it. Copy and paste it right there.
He's using the Utopic Zexal overlay network, and it's going to come into play here, but I don't think he can add anything to affect the leader. And Evan's in a stumped situation right now. He is at 3.
The only thing that can actually affect the leader is that promo card that's actually in active mode, and I believe it's Reprisal. Reprisal, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually choose an opponent's leader and neg it by 10k power.
Yes, he can.
So you can do that as well. However, if Evan would have had it, he probably would have used it. We know that right there because Evan has been playing this deck since the beginning of time, man. Since the beginning of Goku's reign as the Ultra Instinct or Master of Ultra Instinct. And man, that's one amazing and strong scene.
And Evan took both of those damage right there, meaning that he didn't have enough to combo.
He didn't have enough,
there.
so that's your cue to swing in. Evan used 7 at 1 life. His opponent is at 8 lives
now,
right here.
Even though he has the Sleepy Boy technique, he does have a negate here still.
He does have Sleepy Boy, but you still have to wonder how Evan is going to clinch this. Now, I do have a card in mind that way he could clinch this, but he has to survive this turn right here. If he survives, then great. If he cannot survive, then that's a different story.
And now here's an important factoid. Right now, we may have missed it. If some of y'all did, I understand. You don't have the eye of the tiger like the prince does. That is okay. Rocky 4 will teach you some things. But
oh my goodness, he survived. Evan is charging his 6th energy.
Yes,
is he going for it? Oh, you know what I'm talking about, that promo. Swing, restand, swing, restand, swing, restand. That's the only way you can clinch it,
right?
right?
Go with Awakened Power?
I mean, I guess Awakened Power, but look at how much all he has to do is out combo. How much combo do you think he has?
How much combo do you think he has with 4 cards in his hand?
You know what?
And one of them's a Unison. He has 15 at max.
After the PPG that Evan U7 took out Awakened Power, I don't know who's his best friend anymore, man. I don't know who's his best friend. It's tough.
I think, you know what? AOD's my best friend. I'll tell you that.
Get out of here with that. That is not your best friend. Get out of here.
Those are my pals, my amigos.
They ain't your pals.
In fact,
you so desperate to win, bro. You neglected your pals. That's what you did right there.
What was so funny was that in memory and in allude to the new Baby AOD coming out, I played Blue Baby in happiness.
Don't even try to justify your underhandedness, bro. Don't even try to justify that.
All right.
But hey, he's thinking right here. He is really thinking. He's looking at his drop area. Evan is trying to figure out, does he go for the awake? Oh, he's going to go ahead and Sleepy Boy. He's gonna what is it? What? I'm curious. I thought it was Evan's turn. How is he sleeping?
It is Evan's turn.
Isn't that a negate attack?
I believe so.
What?
What in the world is Evan doing?
What? I don't.
Oh, and he just threw the Awakened Power. I told you.
He drew the Awakened. But how? How you draw the Awakened Power? He played the Sleepy Boy.
I think he might have just passed turn.
So he passed the turn.
I think he might have just passed turn.
How you both gonna pass turn just like that?
And he plays the Unison for 4.
You're right, he did pass turn.
He passed his turn.
This man literally, he passed turn on 6 lives, and then he went ahead and drew the Awakened. Oh my goodness. Well, he went ahead. I guess Evan now has all his negates. He left all his energy open for this.
Yeah,
now he's going to use the Reprisal. There you go right there. On the swing, he did tap 4 for the Unison. I don't know if he had,
swinging in with the Bardock, trying to go for everything he can.
He's trying to, but now Evan has a lot of energy open. He's comboing.
He has a lot of extra cards.
Oh, he's just throwing it out. He just throwing it out!
Oh, and he gets the extra draw, and that is a...
He's just
he's going to combo out, and I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows.
I mean, if you got Emperor's Death Beam, bro, it's just like...
over.
That can be over right there. And you know Evan is going straight for Awakened Power. Now that we saw he's got Awakened Power, well, Awakened Power might actually not, listen to him. He's like Charizard. When you summon Charizard and say Fire Blast, and he just goes... Yeah, because you betrayed him.
Yeah.
You betrayed Awakened Power. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. If I do see Awakened Power being played, I'm gonna lose my stuff.
Here it comes.
I'm gonna lose my stuff.
Here it
comes.
comes.
Oh, he's gonna combo.
Oh, no, he's super combo.
No, he's comboing out of it. He's got to combo out of this. If he can combo out of this, you know we're seeing Awakened Power. You gonna need a cigarette after this. Oh, it's beautiful when he does this.
I don't think I'm gonna need to.
Hey, he's comboing.
He's comboing out.
He comboing out. He comboing out. Oh, this man. Watch this man.
Good job on Evan.
That one card right there might be an overwhelm card.
I don't think
he's got one card. Oh,
I don't think it is.
You don't know. Oh, he threw the lip fist.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are in for a treat.
You're in for the reason why Evan is called Evan U7.
Evan U7 because this man always played. Well, used to always play this card.
It's the card.
He even charged.
It's the card that gave him a career.
TOP!
In fact, it's the only reason he's on Team Rays, in my opinion. It's not because he's good. It's because he's the only person that plays Awakened Power still.
That's mad. That's mad.
I'm sorry.
He used TOP. He's searching right here. He's tapping 3. What is he tapping 3 for? He's got to do the Arrival Seeker. It's got to be the
Seeker,
come on,
right?
player. You already know you're playing the 3-drop. I don't even know why you charge. Oh, Arrival Seeker. You got your Arrival Seeker. You got the Vegeta on board. He's activating the effect. He's bringing 2 of his cards from the warp back to his hand in order to play a 6-drop from his hand. And the 6-drop is most likely going to be that man right there. That man is going to go ahead and rearrange his energies.
Yes, sir.
And you know what's coming, player.
Unfortunately, I do.
Oh, you know what's coming, Eli. I'm so sorry, man. I don't know if you've ever been victory striked. But man, hey, like I said, you're gonna need a cigarette. I don't smoke, but I might need a cigarette for this.
I knew as soon as I just saw it drawn, I knew it was coming.
Hey,
unfortunately for Eli, the bells have toned for he.
You can't prepare for this. We're all talking about it, but you cannot prepare for the victory strike. His opponent has 8 lives still.
8
Swinging. You cannot negate the attack or its card. Swings in 45k base power. 45, 50. You better throw all the cards you can on top.
He only has one card left in hand.
He's telling him what victory strike.
I don't think he understands.
He's telling him what victory strike means.
And Eli's just like, I can't do much about that.
God, he's only got one
card left in hand.
That was it. Now, you'll see Evan right there. He's gonna go. He threw his head.
Man.
Wow.
And Evan's actually showing him that if he would have comboed that last card, that would have been it.
That he would have got it. Oh man. Now Eli can't say he's never been victory strike, bro.
No.
No. Oh man.
Can't.
Oh my. All that. You know what? That took quite a bit out of me. It's been a long time since I commentated a victory strike, man. Woo!
The first time ever commentating a victory strike, I'll tell you this much. When it comes to seeing an Awakened Power victory strike, I do have to give respect to that card. Not to the player, but to the card. And I'll tell you this, Evan got lucky.
Hey, it don't matter what luck is. Hey, being close only counts the horseshoes and the hand grenades. But Victory Strike was definitely played. Round 1 here on Salt, man. That's something you're gonna see on Salt. I love it. It's awesome.
It was really good.
Super at Lotus Thursdays right there. Now we can go ahead and talk about your underhandedness, bro. Your underhandedness.
Wait a minute.
First of all, underhandedness. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie though. That game too, you didn't think Jim put up a great fight against Meta, bro. You gotta admit.
I'll tell you this.
Wait, you puckered, bro. You done puckered.
Game two. I didn't see Unison. I was scared.
Man.
I was nervous. And then I saw my 5-drop Frieza, and I went wee and milled you out, and it was so much fun. Didn't you have fun?
Such a cheap way to win, man.
How was that cheap?
How
was that cheap?
That's how you know meta and not meta.
No,
I had a Goku on board. I had a 10-drop Jiren on board. I had two of them. I had a 5-drop Frieza, and it just shows how strong Baby is. And you know what? It wasn't even Baby. I didn't lose to Baby. I lost to Frieza, bro. I lost to Frieza, but
the only card missing from the AOD package.
No.
Can't wait.
That was just one of those wins where, you know what? I played my heart out that game
You
too.
did.
I tried for the community
tried
right there.
everything
Off
you
of the
could.
back end. You know what? Yellow Jim, man, put up a fight.
But
the fact that I saw beads of sweat come down your forehead was enough right there for me.
Look, I've got to say this though, and I will say it because it is deserved. That game 2 really opened my eyes. It really opened my eyes
deck building prowess.
to how good you are with the U11s.
I try, man.
I think it was well.
The thing is, you got to try some different stuff. And actually, after that day, I have a different view and build of U11. I think even you would be shocked about, because the thing is with deck building, I come up with these ideas for deck building for yellow Jiren, and what I actually did was I actually have a red Jiren deck too. So I actually spread out my red Jiren, and I said, okay, why is the red Jiren better than the yellow Jiren?
Right.
That was my ideology. And I said, okay, the hand advantage and the board presence. Every time I pull a card from life, I search, play a card, and then I either search or draw a card.
Correct.
So then I said, all right, I want to do the same thing with the yellow Jiren. So guess what I did? I put in the cards, and I actually forced myself to have the same mechanics. So every time I swing with yellow Jiren, I'll pull a card from life, play it 1-drop, and then get a search.
Correct.
Off of that. So I plus off of that, I get a lot of cards in hand, and I actually had throws up cards to try to make it more competitive. There's a lot of barrier involved, obviously, but now these are stronger barriers. And then, of course, one of the biggest things that Jiren actually had a hard time with are board wipes. There's actually a card that helps with board wipes, and this happened plenty of times where someone would swing in with me for double strike. I have no U11s on board, and then they combo their whole hand, and I'm like, oh, okay, activate battle. And they're like, you don't have U11 on board. I'm just like, tap, arrival. Now I got a U11 on board. So those cards actually do exist, and it's just like, I'll have it in the back burner, but the thing is, hey, Trunks is always going to have my heart right there.
You know what? Maybe next time you can play U11 again, and then we'll see.
You ain't, hey, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, get out of here, Prince. Get out of here. We ain't messing with that now.
I know.
We gonna bottom deck you. You know what? I dare you to play Blue Baby again. I dare you, bro, because you won't even have a hand by the time you go to turn 4, turn 5.
Look, Ice Dragon up in here. Look, Ice Dragon, I don't know who you are. What I do know is you saying that you think I need to grow a spine.
Ice Dragon. Ice Dragon. Hey.
No. I think that everybody in the community needs to grow a spine and realize that you win how you win, You know
what?
Okay.
Hey, speaking of you win how you win, yeah, that's it. You know what? That you win how you win.
Yes.
But speaking of people that grow spines and is actually good in the community, I got my boy there, Mike. I don't know if you've been reading or what was going down, but we had Ernest actually was posted on the Houston Dragon Ball Super page, and he said that on the Hermit Style podcast, there's a man who actually helped develop the podcast himself. His name is Mike. I can't pronounce your last name, and I'm not going to try to because I don't want to butcher it, but Mike I is what we'll call him right there. And the dude actually put out, he said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and challenge anybody out there. And I was thinking about it too, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop challenging the people that use other means to try to beat other people. I'm actually going to challenge a pro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to challenge a pro. And so, yeah, I messaged Mike, and that dude seemed like a cool guy. I had FaceTime with him and everything. And I said, hey, man, I didn't even know he was in Virginia. And he said the next time that Lotus is putting on an event, he will come down. And so we're going to be putting on an event, and the finale will be me against Mike I.
And I'll tell you this, right? I'll commentate. That way I ain't got to be in there. I don't have to be a distraction. I'll be behind the table. I won't be doing no underhanded tech.
You better be commentating good, bro. We got Mike, and Mike is coming in, and if that dude's a pro, you got to commentate like a pro.
I'm a commentate well as you play.
Okay, all right.
Which is pretty good.
So that just amps me up because I can already hear right now, I'm going to play some cards. I got a couple decks to think about because, of course, he is a pro. I got to go out with a pro deck.
Look, you could, have the Prince help you. No, look,
I got to go with a pro deck, bro. I got to go with a pro deck.
PR. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. I may have underhanded tactics, right? But they worked. They did.
But PR side ain't about that, though. PR side
PR.
We ain't about underhanded tactics, Prince.
Well, just think about it. Just think about it. Just think about it, man.
This man here. Well, it's the end of round 1, and of course, I don't know if Evan is gonna come in here. I know this is actually a rare occurrence where we have Evan, the Prince, and PR under one roof right there. And I know Evan wanted to come in and talk to the fans, talk to you guys a little bit too. So he'll be coming in momentarily, but we're gonna go ahead and go into a quick break. That was the end of round 1 where we saw Evan victory strike. It's been a long time since I saw that victory strike. This is Super at Lotus Thursdays. This is Salt, and I am your boy, PR, sign your hype boy, in fact, bottom deck fanatic.
And I am your Prince of Destruction. We will be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Hey everybody, what's going on? If I'm doing this right? Wait. Oh, hey guys. So, hey, hello, welcome to Lotus Gaming. 1 second. 1 second. Hope everyone's doing well. That was an intense game, but what are y'all thoughts on the match? Shout out to Eli. This is only the first round, y'all, so it ain't over yet. But shout out to Eli. Eli played the Spartak, so that Rainbow deck, he had me. So that was intense. Hey Ice Dragon, Spartan E93. First time I witnessed a victory strike. That was hype. Oh, thank you, man. I love Waking Pie. That's my best friend, bro. So, but it was it was tough. But how's everybody's doing today? Also, who's all going to Nats? I fortunately cannot go do the work. I work at the gym part time. Of course, I work with Lotus. I got a lot of stuff going on. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody's day? What's new? What are you guys working on? Thank you for all 19 people that are here. Let everybody know, you know, it's a small tournament, local tournament today. Of course, my boy PR Science commentating. So, but yeah, I'm excited. But anyway, I wanted to discuss you guys' thoughts on the Saiyan Showdown set. I know a lot of people kept complaining. Have anybody started playing the Brawly one yet? I know that here's a cool ability where you could play. Currently working on a deck for Sunday's Online Universe. The Unity Warrior Tournament, right? Oh, that sounds cool. But I'll tell you guys this though. One of the coolest things about this is that we're able to just adapt to see what type of decks are being played, what type of cards are being used, and we're always trying to make the I guess the playtesting grow, and make the you know, make the community, I guess, adapt to different sets. So that's always been one of my biggest things. But Brando, what decks are you? Yeah, what decks are you working on, Brando? Island Sand, Ice Dragon. But thank you again, man. I appreciate the kind words. Shadow Paladin, Maya 2015. But yeah, what decks you guys working on? What decks y'all playing? Man, Island Sand 96. Dang, Invoke only has one multicolored charger. Oh, it was rough. It was rough. This Invoke is not easy to play. You know, it's not easy to play. So I just try to make it right. Charles Hatch coming along for you. That's crazy. I know a lot of my team is going out there for Nats. A lot of my team's having the energy. Drink some water. Brando said 3 decks for the event have been Gotenks, Rage, SS4 Goku, and SS4 Xeno Goku. All right, so how is SS4 Xeno Goku doing for you? I know people be playing that. I'm not sure about the King Cole for lack of experience and don't have cards at the moment. That's crazy.
We're playing Bobby.
Playing Bobby? Oh, I gotta go. All right, guys.
Get out of my stream room.
Oh, hey, AJ Instruction. PR is signed. 3 decks for the
Saying
event.
that you
I
be
love
victory striking people. Rude.
No, I love. Okay.
Nah, we ain't playing that. I ain't gonna play. Oh, PR. I didn't see you at all, man. It's good to see you. You like the drip, the nice tee. Good t-shirt. I didn't see you come in, man. We still live.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I didn't even see you come in.
You know
whenever
what?
I was telling Evan
It's rare right here. This is rare right here.
I
You know
know.
what? We might have to. You know what? This is.
Yeah, wait, I got it. Go
oh.
to the return screen
Uh-huh.
and then bring it back.
And then bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause this is weird. Really, this is weird. Evan can do his little tag thing, but I gotta do mine too.
I know, right?
Okay. What's happening, Dragon Ball Super players? Hey, what's happening? It's your hype boy, PRC.
And it is your Prince of Destruction, and I do apologize for Evan U7 victory striking a poor lad on stream and going out here and being so rude to these people, man. I tell you, this is why Evan is the real villain here. You know what?
How you gonna say something like that, Evan being the real villain?
As time goes on, you'll see. But right now on our left, we have TZ from Team Rays.
That's right. We got to actually switch it up a little bit. We got some new people playing. So you said TZ is going to be playing.
Yes, sir.
And who is he playing against? Jesus. We got round 2 right there. Jesus. I'm assuming, hopefully I did not misspell it right there. Everybody has 8 lives.
Yeah.
We starting fresh. I like this right here.
Evan absolutely is a villain, Brandel. He is a villain. If you want me to go into detail, I can. But you know what? I don't think it's the time.
Yeah, you know, it might not be the time, but you know what? They are power shuffling after all.
They are.
And with the power shuffling, you know how it is. It takes a lot of time when they power shuffle
They're
with the
looking
mulligan
top
and stuff
six,
like that.
I can go into a little bit of detail if you wish.
I mean, go ahead, Prince.
I got you, right? So let's get into the reality here.
Yeah,
right?
go ahead.
The real scoop of the matter, right?
Go ahead.
Thank you. I got the microphone now too.
Go ahead.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
I appreciate it.
I'm bringing the mic to you right there.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
Evan himself is a villain for the simple fact of who does he run with? Who's he with? What team does he rep?
Who's he with? It could be Bernie Mac. That's his catchphrase. Who you with?
Team Rays.
Team Rays. Okay. Team
And
Rays.
as we all know, Team Rays. Besides a few of them in there, like TZ, I'll give TZ his props. TZ,
guys, you already know
but
why
Team Rays, they make people quit. They're arrogant, and Evan is one of these cocky, happy-go-lucky people. But in reality, deep down, I know him. I know he's just like him.
Deep down too, I hope some of you guys actually screenshot it. The only reason why I brought that mic in the screen so you can screenshot.
So you could see it like that. I know what you were trying to do.
And you can meme it, guys. But on top of that, we gotta go ahead and go to round 2. We heading to the mats. Woohoo!
I know what you were trying to do.
Oh yeah,
I know.
I gotta suddenly get back at you, Prince, man.
Suddenly.
Suddenly, we gotta do subtly right there. But we got Gohan right there, so I'm assuming we got Icarus being played on the left. We got Xeno, Gogeta, and we already have thwarting the Dark Empire.
A mill he had.
Yeah, amazing mill.
Vegeta and Goku off the bat to get the thwarting in there.
Turn 1.
Turn 1.
Woo!
That's a 25k double striker that warps a battle card on board.
All right, he already passed turn.
And Icarus is in trouble.
We already passed turn right there. So Icarus, of course, charges a dual color energy because they can't really do too much without it. And of course, this is post-ban list, so we ain't gonna see the Burly, the Unique, the Barrier. We're not gonna see Peter Katani being played because, of course, he got banned right there.
Thank God.
And Peter Katani, if you guys don't know, that's the nickname that I gave the Bojack Arrival card because it's too broken. And we got Jesus charging his energy, and then, of course, he's gonna go ahead and mill
another 5. And he did get another Goku and Vegeta off of that, but he also milled a thwarting.
This is the time. This is the time he's got to go in full throttle when his opponent is tapped out right there. Swinging with the leader, 10k power to the leader. We're gonna go. Oh, he's gonna go ahead and draw and pull a card from life. Of course, we got Icarus is gonna go ahead and take this, unless they're gonna combo. But I know early stage of the game, they're not really gonna try to combo their cards. They're actually okay to go down to 4 so they can start doing the super combo and whatnot. Most of their cards in Icarus is kind of like Invoker. Not that they're extra cards, but there's a lot of 10k cards in there. There's a lot of 10ks. Swinging with thwarting.
He's going to take the double again, going down to 5. And that's not really that big of a deal for Icarus here, if you really think about it.
Not really a big deal because Gohan, he'll just swing in and then pull that life, and now he can awaken himself. We got the Thornton the Dark Empire with 25k.
Out the blocker to get a Goku and a Vegeta in the drop area. He might be going in, and he gets a draw off that blocker. He might be going in for another overrun.
He might have to get another. Oh no, he's passing because that Gogeta actually has blocker. It is a Gogeta that you're gonna use in order to actually warp something, ignoring barrier.
Yes.
But no, he's using it for a blocker standpoint right here. We got not Invoker. We got Icarus about ready to charge the second energy of the game, and we already know that they're not gonna be playing Bojack. So what card do you think they're gonna be replacing it with?
Oh, well, I've looked at the list, and have you seen the new turtle cards?
The turtle cards are not bad. You're talking about that one where you tap 2 and bring out on board and do some damage.
Yeah.
Does a lot of damage there too. And of course, we do have the errata happening with the Zamasu card that no longer hits a unison coming on board. Thank you, Bandai! Ah, that was annoying.
It was fine.
One of the few cards that actually can deal with freaking unison. It was redonkulous. It was a 4 or less unison.
It was phenomenal, and it did need to get errata. It did.
Hey, you know what? And it got eroded. And so on the swing here, he did awaken. So he's at 4 lives right now. He did combo. So we got the skillless combo. So he gets a draw off of that. But of course, we're going to go ahead and reciprocate with our own combo on top of that. And we got Icarus going to draw a card in order to play that skillless onto the battlefield. There's just a lot of card advantage that you get from the. Look at his hand right there. That's the reason why the deck is actually strong. And you know, TZ actually went down to 4 lives. So let's go ahead and change that for you guys right now.
Icarus is at 6. Or not Icarus, I'm sorry. Gogeta is at 6.
Is at 6 lives. So we're going to go ahead and change that for you. It's just whenever I get starting to talking, man, it's hard to keep up with it. But there you go. TZ at 4 lives. We got Jesus at 6 lives. Charging the 3rd energy for the game. We still have Thornton the Dark Empire on board right there. Who's to say we won't get another one? Swinging in with 25k double strike. And we're either going to be met with a negate or we're just going to combo as much as we possibly can.
And he's going to warp the monster, and that's 1 out of the 4 out of his deck now. And if he gets all 4, Icarus is in problem.
Well, I'm pretty sure if he gets all 4, that's one long game.
Well,
it had to be a long
Icarus
game.
can make it a long game.
I mean, we shall see, because I don't know too many people playing counter in black. So he's going to go ahead and actually use the power of the Saints to put the blocker in rest mode and then bring out Putin. You already know, La Putin está buena. And it has blocker and unique, or barrier.
Barrier.
I was about to say blocker. Yeah, it's a horrible card with that.
That blocker.
Yeah, it got barrier and unique right there. So it makes it difficult to get off board. But every time, 1 time per turn, your opponent would play a card via a skill. You got to actually choose one of your opponent's battle cards and put it in rest mode.
Yes,
so it can be a nuisance in this matchup, but the way to get rid of it is to play the Gogeta that's already on board, because it actually can warp ignoring barrier.
Correct.
So that's going to be the answer that Xeno Gogeta has to use in order to combat La Putin. That's what we got to do.
And he does have another one in his hand, but if I'm correct, that blocker has unique, right?
The blocker, this blocker, it does not have unique. You're talking about the Gogeta?
Yeah.
It does not have unique.
Oh, so he has another one in hand.
So
if the overroll
you just play
right
another
now,
one.
He just plays another one, get rid of that Putin.
Yeah.
But of course, the effect of Putin would go off.
Yeah, the effect will
first.
still go off, and he can put Thornton the Dark Empire in rest mode, or he could do some damage right there. But it looks like we're going to go ahead and combo out, and he's throwing a Vegeta in the drop area. And of course, for a simple reason why he's doing that is to continue to overwhelm, feed the cards into the warp, and then go ahead and bring out Gogeta and put the cards right back from warp to the drop area. And it's just one of those things where if you're playing black, you play the Gogeta package is what I've noticed.
Yes, you do.
And man, you know, on top...
It's as they used to call it, the spice.
The spice, or
of all the decks.
It could be what the French call les incompétents. If you don't know that reference, man, I must be that old.
Alone.
Hey, you know the reference. Hey, I'm not that old.
There.
I'm not that old at all, man. Is that Jesus Diaz?
That is Jesus, the Meki Cabrera player.
I don't know what his last name is.
No, his last name is the Meki Cabrera player.
That's what it is?
Yeah, okay.
There you go. It looks like on the overwhelm. So see what happened here. He overwhelms for it, and then he's going to go ahead and activate Putin's effect to put it in rest mode. And you know what? I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to warp one from his hand.
I'm actually a little hurt. I'm a little hurt.
AKA the newest Salt Boy. Wait a minute now.
What?
Jesus is the newest Salt Boy.
Is he?
Officially made by the big man himself, the newest. Congratulations. You know what?
Hey.
I will give it this. Jesus, I'll tell this. All right, I remember meeting Jesus for the first time, just a little backstory, at Galaxy Gaming. Right? First time I ever met him.
He did it.
Yeah, he did play another one to get rid of that.
Way to go, Gogeta right there, and guess what?
And the first time I ever met him, he played Meki Cabrera. And he was old to the game, but he was new to the set. Right? Old
Wait, what's that? What's that?
Oh, that is one of the new...
That's one of the new cards. That's the dormant for yellow.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to go... Okay, so he warps it, and then that's the dormant for yellow. That's the one where Goku's like, ah!
So meeting Jesus, he played Meki Cabrera. He wasn't necessarily caught up with the new mechanics of the game, but you could tell he was able to learn and continue, and every time I would play him, he would get better and better and better. And I will say this, Big John, if you're gonna get a pickup of one of the newer people on the block, Jesus is the pick for the Salt Boys, so I'll give him that.
It was definitely like draft season down here in H-Town. All the teams actually trying to recruit many players to their side when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, and it was actually pretty refreshing that people were actually bringing on for teams all these new players, veteran players that would stay, by themselves for long periods of time, and it was very cool. It was very cool.
When we saw that draft, we saw the Meta Club implode. We saw Dormant have somewhat of an implosion of itself. But at the end of the day, it's all about teams being stronger and all of that. The Salt Boys will not be as strong as Dormant, and Dormant will only get stronger as we continue going. Did you see the shirt, by the way? The new merch coming in.
Hey, that's what's up right there. And of course, we got swinging in. We got a combo of the monster card, the skillless card, in order to let him draw a card on top of that. And then it looks like he's going to go ahead and tap 2 for
David.
Hold on. I gotta change it because Jesus is at 5 lives right there. He's gonna go ahead and tap to bring out
the
turtles. That's it right there. The turtles that KOs cards in rest mode. I believe the cost was it 5 or less that KOs in rest mode?
5 or no,
or just anything in rest mode. Oh, that's actually a strong card. Anything in rest mode. Our door is open. Who's on the other side of that door?
I believe it is Casper the Friendly Ghost, and I think Casper might want to close it.
It's not the hey, you close the door. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, I know who it is.
Now, we see Big John offer this. He said, David, I want to add Sebastian to the squad. So I need you to be a Salt Boy, too.
Wait, he said, David, I want to add Sebastian to the squad. So if you need to be a Salt Boy, too, negotiation tables, my door are open.
If anything, right, Dormant's door was open first, but you know what? If you want to be if you want to be a Salt Boy, I could commend it. Just one more Salt Boy down.
This man
One more Salt Boy I have under my belt. We're okay with that.
You know what? Come over here. You want to be on stream? You want to be on stream a little bit? You want to say hi?
Yeah.
This is Link right here. I've met this guy during Halloween. He was dressed up as Link. Go ahead and say hi to everybody. Just say hi. Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Abraham.
It's Abraham. This is going to be one of the newest DBS players. I know it. All right, give me a high five. Can you do me a favor? Can you close the door and I'll see you after the stream?
Yeah.
I'll see you after.
Ow.
Oh yeah, don't close your fingers.
Ow.
Don't close your fingers. I can't give you a kiss on your boo boo. Ask mom to go give you a kiss. Close the door for me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Look at that new DBS player right there.
So sweet, and yet so I don't care. Now, we're going right in to another thwarting, right? Another thwarting with a 1-drop Goku on board.
And this time
it's
it's
such a sweet kid.
This time it's the good art right there. It's the good art of thwarting the Dark Empire. So of course, remember with this card right here, you swing in. The auto is to warp one of your opponent's battle cards, and then of course, he's gonna warp that turtle. Get that turtless out of there, player, and he's gonna go ahead and warp.
We got blocker.
The blocker is gonna be activated. At this point, I don't know if I would have warped that other card. I didn't know that card was a blocker. I would have just warped the blocker. You take it.
No, you warp that turtles, man. You got to get that beat stick off board.
But it's just a beat stick. You want this 25 double strike to do some damage, rip some cards out of his hand.
And man, some people play. Some people got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to play correctly. He is at 4 lives. He took a life. We're 4-4 now. And what a sweet little kid, came in, right?
Yeah, not bad right there.
Abraham's such a nice child, such a sweet kid. I don't really care.
What's funny too is that he calls me Goku. And
the farthest thing from it.
Yeah, Goku, hey, Goku right there. Don't make me use Kamehameha. You already know how loud I can get.
Look, you may be strong, but you and Evan are not best friends. And Goku would have beaten my sorry bud if I was in the anime already, all right?
Man, you have no idea what would happen with that one right there. You have no idea. And speaking of Goku, we have Jesus right here playing a Goku, the 1-drop Goku that has deflect. Says whenever your opponent activates a counter once per turn, they have to warp a card from hand. Correct. And those actually stack too. So you can play multiple Gokus on there, and you can get quite a bit of cards out of your opponent's hand.
An extremely powerful tool against blue in particular. We did see the bean come out for the Icarus player, going to 20k, and we're gonna see if Jesus can really, I think it's still Jesus' turn.
We're gonna see if he pulls it out. Of course, they're both at 4 lives apiece, and you know what? Xeno Gogeta is just one of those decks. I mean, I like it. It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
I mean, is it my play style? Nah, because you already know that I don't like burst. And no matter if you're bursting in the drop or bursting in the warp. I don't like burst too much because it's just like you can't really control what goes into your burst. That's the thing about it for me is I want to be in control of my game. I want to know what I have in my hand, I have my deck, I'll search. I don't want to just mill, and what if I mill something I needed?
I agree completely, you know. Speaking of people we haven't seen, Chaotic Cypher, nice to see you.
Chaotic Cypher on the horn, what's happening, player?
And Jose Omar as well coming in to say hello.
Jose Omar with the emote. I like it.
But you know what? The more important thing here is what is in the Icarus player's hand.
I said the same thing, man. I said the same thing.
I know.
Well, he's going to charge his 4th energy, and we already know that he does have the dual color, the Goku Black in hand. That card actually can be quite annoying when it comes to just producing those tokens. It does have deflect. I feel like now the way that the game is going, deflect needs to be prevalent if you're going to be tapping 4.
Yes.
Because no one is going to play it otherwise.
No.
No one is ever going to play it otherwise if it does not have deflect. You got this guy right here playing Icarus. They're going to be playing cards that have deflect if they're going to be tapping out. And of course, since we don't have Bojack anymore, we don't have Peter Katani himself, it's going to be more difficult to play certain cards because, I mean, you're trying to make it meta relevant.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and see the Icarus player go down to 3 lives, and we are going to see a negate Supreme Kai warping the monster and now sending that to the warp. It will come back, which is fine.
It's going to come back later with the skills negated.
Right.
We got Kaioken cards on the horn right there. What's happening, player? I like that emote too. I like that emote too.
You like all the emotes.
It's not bad, man.
You like all the people.
You know, when the community comes out and just goes out of their way to be out on the horn, man, you know, you got to throw the love out there. There's a lot of love to be thrown, bro. There's a lot of love to be thrown. PR Sign has not been on the stream for you guys for a good couple weeks, man.
There's a lot of love to be thrown, but I'll tell you this, y'all, the community can read between the lines.
What lines?
I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it there. If you're smart, you know. If you're dumb, you're part of the community, and that's all right.
Yeah, you know what? We are part of the community then. How you doing, guys? How you doing? Hey, you know what's sad though is that I actually was unfortunately not called in order to commentate for Nats.
You know, neither was I. Neither was I.
I was not, but we trying to go for Worlds. We're trying to go for Worlds. I feel like I'm trying to commentate for Worlds, man. I'm trying to make it all out. And you know I gotta start off Worlds with a big Kamehameha. I gotta bust you guys' eardrums to start out. But we got this Trunks that's coming out here. This Trunks is not a bad unison. This Trunks comes out, and when you mine it, it comes out, first of all, you got to tap 3 for it. That's actually pretty expensive. But it's actually one of the few yellow cards that is a board wipe.
Yes.
However, they still gotta be in rest mode, man. They still got to be in rest mode, which is unfortunate. You got a -3 and then board wipe everything in rest mode. But you know what? The Trunks has 20k power.
Right.
You can do a little bit of damage. He's got that sword out there.
Yep.
And you know, what can you do? What can you do, player? You can try. He's got dual attack too.
Yeah, he does. It's a phenomenal yellow, card and a yellow unison, and for dual attack, it's super good. Super.
Ice Dragon. Oh, you just trying to get brownie points now, player. That you trying to get brownie points now. I like it. Can we get PR every week and get POD every 2 weeks?
I saw it. That's what made me laugh.
POT every 2 weeks. Oh man, you guys on the horn, I love it. I love it right there. Well, we got the swing, and of course we still got Xeno Gogeta putting up a pretty good fight. Of course, comboing. He does have one of the best cards that Black has to offer. He's got that petrification in hand.
He does have that petrification.
How do you play Black and not play one of the best cards, one of the few cards in the game that can negate an auto? Negate auto pendings, bro. Negate auto pendings is too strong right there. How do you not have a petrification and Fruit Shrouding?
I have no idea.
They're both black cards, bro.
They are.
And they both...
How can you not play them?
How can you not? I have no clue. But it looks like Icarus is playing a black card of their own, playing the Bardock. That Bardock does warp cards on the opponent's side, adding up to a cost of 6. It does get rid of every single token on your board. If it's just flooded with tokens, they do not have a cost. It's very nice.
Indeed it does. And we do have Jesus going to 3 life now. It is 3-3. And it's looking pretty good overall. It's a very intense, tight game here.
I like it. You know what? And it just goes to show that Gogeta Xeno has a place in the meta.
It does.
Of course, every black deck has a place in the meta when you're playing the tired old spice of the Gogeta engine.
Yeah, when you're playing the tired old spice of the Gogeta engine, the 8-drop, I can't even remember the card. Let's just say Trunks. Playing that. Here comes the other 6-drop Gogeta coming out.
Gogeta! Gogeta!
We have Jose Omar saying, hope you guys go to World. put out some energy. Look, if anybody here wants to see the Prince and PR sign at Worlds,
you gotta let it be known.
look, you gotta spread the love.
You gotta blow
set
up the post. Blow up the post.
Blow it up.
It's one thing for us to want to commentate,
right.
but when the community, you gotta agree about the community on this one.
I do.
But when the community wants it, that's when you get the sauce.
The smartest thing the community could do is to put the Prince and his commentating partner.
Sidekick.
No. Partner.
Oh, you call me partner?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
No, not a sidekick.
I like sidekick.
If anything, when I came to the commentator table, I was the sidekick. But I've grown past that. Yeah, look.
he level 2 sidekick.
Look, that'll be fine. Look, if you want to see the Prince of Destruction and PR sign at Worlds, y'all have to make it happen. We can only do so much.
Hey, I would like that right there. But we can't skip Kyle Ken Cards comment right there. Loving the energy, more hype than WWE commentators. I like it. We're here in SummerSlam. No, hey, it's awesome, man.
My name is Good Old JR, and I see that 6-drop Gogeta hitting the board.
Woo, puppies! Hey, you know what? Who doesn't like watching WWE,
Man,
WWF?
I love it, man.
It's
I love
awesome here. But of course, we got Goku right there reestablished on board. And of course,
Yes.
it does have the deflect, the effect that once per turn your opponent activates that counter. You need to just stack it against Icarus, man.
Yes,
That's
you
what
do.
you need to do. Put 3 of them, a good 3 of them on board, and then just swing in and see what he does. Do I hear a negate? And see, because then if you go ahead and swing, I hear negate. Well, sir, auto proc. Let me see them cards leave out of your
Warp
hand.
3 out of your hand, right? And it's super solid overall.
It's not bad. A 1-drop, it's actually pretty cheap. You can get a hold of it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And of course, that's just one of the staples that you put in the black deck is what I feel. I feel like you got to do that. But he's actually thinking, he's comboing off. Well, we got 3 lives apiece right here. And this is the first time that I see he's going to, Oh, he brings out his blocker once again. This
does.
you know what? I knew that this card was going to see play, but I did not think that Icarus was going to go but right back into the deck, man.
Oh, yeah.
They just pretty much replaced Peter Katani. They took
Yeah,
Bojack out of there and then put Goku. Oh, scary. He put him in there. Hey, but you know what? It puts in quite a bit of work.
Just like any good Rays member would do, you take out the old and bring in the Evan U7 just to have it fill up a spot. And I get that. I understand. You got to fill up spots in your roster. But we do see the 1-drop Vegeta coming out. More things that will warp from hand. That counterplay Goku was great. I grabbed 3 copies at pre-release.
Yeah.
Good job, Chaotic Cypher, man. That was good.
Yeah, you know what? There's never a dull moment commentating with
No,
you.
there never can be.
There's never a dull moment.
I'm quick, man. I come up with stuff off the top.
You gotta be on the balls of your feet, man.
Yeah,
you gotta
do.
be on the top of the dome is what you gotta do.
Yeah, you do.
But we have on board, we got yet another Goku on board, and he's going to be activating the ability. So if you guys don't know the ability of Gogeta, he can actually activate main, pull a card from life, choose up to 2 of his cards, 1-drops, and add 10k to them.
Yes.
Oh, he going to put in the hurt. He's going to try to swing it and put it, he's going to try to buff him. And normally when this deck first came out, they had the Pycon Unison,
Yep.
and it would buff him even more. So you got a 1-drop with 30k power, swinging in, and it was like, oh my goodness, this is pretty impressive right here.
It is.
And they both have deflect, so they're coming out regardless. If you find some way to remove them off board, guess what? You got 2 Gokus and you got a Vegeta. You just have to overwhelm, and then boom! You got a Gogeta, whether it's thwarting the Dark Empire, or you got the one that tries to be the 8-drop knockoff, swinging in and warping 2 and warping 2. But it's not
Yeah,
cool.
I mean,
say
you want to say
Yeah,
8-drop
yeah,
knockoff.
'cause
It gets rid of stuff ignoring barrier. That's something that your card
but
can do.
but the thing is like if I look at my opponent and say warp 2, please no. Bottom deck 2. It just rolls off the tongue right there.
I mean,
you can't yell warp 2. I feel like if I'm gonna go tell somebody, I'm just like warp 2. But then I'm playing Trunks, bottom deck 2. You lose your
right.
composure when you
You're
say
right.
bottom deck.
And it's just like whenever I play Big Bojack and I got the Galactabuster in my hand, but I ain't gonna do it because the people don't deserve it. Go watch PPG again if you want to see me scream out the catchphrase that will never be heard again.
Well, there's the monster right there. That card is a monster. It's the skillless card that, of course, Icarus plays in order to get the advantage that they have, the plus ability. Being able to play that card from the drop area onto the board. On top of that, comboing and then drawing on top of that. So drawing to play the skillless and then drawing a combo with it. Yeah. That's a pretty good hand advantage right there.
Very good hand advantage.
Swinging in, it looks like we're going to go ahead and on the swing, he's going to go ahead and pop the card. Hey, you bet it nice right there. Popping the card in rest mode, and we're going to go ahead and swing in. So now we got the Icarus leader swinging in. He does have a cooler in his hand, but he's going to go ahead and combo the skillless to draw a card. I don't know if he's trying to go in, but this is where Icarus, if you see him start dropping hand, oh, you know he's got the Champa.
Oh, yeah.
You know he's got the Champa. He's got that card that's going to... Oh, he's searching. He's searching.
And by the way, before we continue, Big John had brought up you need to put bikini in front of that catchphrase of yours so you can yell out bikini bottom deck. But no.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Hey, super combo, he's searching for it.
He's two super combos.
He's searching for it right there. Oh, you know, he either got it or I don't see it in his hand right there.
I don't either.
I don't see it in his hand, but he's searching for it. Hurry up and bottom deck a card, bro. Hurry up. I need to see the cards you're drawing. All right,
hey, you got what people think.
Boom. Oh, I thought it was. It's the Goku Black.
But it is the Goku Black.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Sensu Bean. That, you know what? If you're gonna be relying on double strike, you know, you might as well play. You know, that's the double strike. He had the double strike the whole time. He had it the whole time.
Oh man,
he just had the different art. That's what threw me off right there. He had the different art right there, but you know what? It puts in the work still the same right there. We got Shadow Paladin 2001 saying Nick still sidekick confirmed. Nert partner. I don't know if that was a little that was a speech impediment that he typed up.
Look. Christian gonna talk his mess. It's okay. Christian gonna talk his mess, and then he's gonna get beat at Nats, and it'll all be all right. But that's
but if he tops at Nats, though, that's H-Town representative right there.
H-Town representative.
We got Chaotic Cypher on the horn saying
hope in the world.
That counterplay Goku is great. I grabbed 3 copies at pre-release.
Yes,
that Goku is very nice when you shine it right there. Ahmed said, add bikini to the beginning of your yell. The bottom deck, bikini bottom deck, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Bikini bottom. I might. Yeah, I might have.
And what do y'all think of the new yellow counter attack?
The new yellow counter.
I'll tell you this. I'll think of this. The double strike went through.
Yeah, that double strike went through, and that was a Icarus game right there. Icarus is still strong. I feel like when it comes to Icarus.
Now, when TZ's in top cut, I'll be happy because TZ is somebody that worked hard for his stuff. I'll tell you what. TZ, great player. He works hard for his wins, and I appreciate every single time I get to talk to him.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. There has been a lot of growth with TZ. I remember when I first started playing with TZ, and TZ, it seemed as though, you know, everybody has their start, and TZ was one that, you know, there's a lot of Dragon Ball Super players out there, ones that don't know what they're doing. They'll make plays, or they're just like, oh, snap, I misplayed this and that. TZ was one where he'll play, he wasn't really decisive with his plays.
Right.
That's how TZ was at first. Now TZ's just like, I got this player.
He'll
play. He'll look at you like, hey man, I'm waiting on you, player. Let's go. So there has been a lot of growth, and the thing is, that's real good for the community when you got players that are growing and being tough, because you know what? That's what's gonna get other people to grow as well. Yes. You growing too and being stronger. I really do appreciate that.
We have Red talking about, are you guys going to Nats? Unfortunately, not.
Unfortunately,
we're not going to be able to make it to Nats, but that's because we can't commentate.
I wanted to, man. I wanted to, because the thing was, I saw Espira too, and I was like, oh, Espira, come on, put in a good word for PR Sign. You done commentate with PR Sign once already, and but unfortunately, I didn't get the call. I didn't get a message.
No.
I normally get a call or a message. I didn't get that, but hey, you guys know, hey, we're gonna try to shoot for Worlds.
No, we have to.
We got to.
Because here's the thing,
they can do nationals.
No, here's the thing.
PR Sign and Prince of Worlds.
Here's the thing, right? You can have
like an election.
Your B team players go to Nats, but you can't leave out your A team commentators out of Worlds.
Hey.
First year of Worlds, and you're gonna leave out the Prince.
Come on, first year of Worlds.
PR Sign.
Okay, let me tell you something. I know I got too much hype, and I know not everybody likes the hype. I know about that. But come on now, for the first Worlds.
You can't have the hype.
You gotta have the hype, bro. You gotta have the hype. You gotta have everything. You gotta have it all, because if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Super, you're loud.
Yes.
You're loud. They power up. They're loud.
Happy.
They're yelling. That's what it is. When a play is gone, the play is going. You don't want someone's like, oh man, that's a victory strike. You know,
Exactly.
Oh, victory strike.
And here's the thing, right? You need the hype on the mic to make people keep watching, and you need the intelligence behind the screen to make people keep thinking. And that is the dynamic duo we have here, and that is something that we want you guys to go out and shout to the rooftops that the Prince and PR needs to be at Worlds, and we need to make this happen.
That's a good question, though, right there. Red Truno saying, "Would you only go for commentating, not playing?" That's a good question because I love playing the game, and man, when I play the game, man, I play the game. But the thing is, this year I think it was a little different because, of course, we do have the pandemic to think about. There was a lot of online stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, PR sign, I'm a dinosaur, man. I ain't gonna try to work on a computer or play a webcam tournament. I'm not gonna try to be that guy that got duped because someone cheated or sleight of hand. I'm playing old-fashioned shiny cardboard, so that was unfortunate for me. I didn't get my invite. I mean, I guess that's my excuse I throw out there. I love commentating as much as playing, but when it comes to Worlds, there's a higher chance, I feel like, for me to commentate than to get there. Because the thing is, I think in Worlds, don't you have to be top? You have to be either...
You have to be top 2 at Nats.
I think top 2 at Nats, and that's gonna be like...
And here's the thing, right? Let's not... I'm just gonna cut straight to the mustard, right? The thing is this. Is as much as I love playing the game, right? I've been to Nationals before. I didn't top at Nats, but I've been to Nationals before. I've been on the big stage before. Mm-hmm. But to me, I had more fun, and this is going to be shocking, I had more fun commentating with you at PPG than playing at PPG.
Oh,
and the thing is, I think at Worlds, you need to have fun, you need to have information, and you need to have people that can engage with their audience.
You got to. The last thing you want is for someone to open up the window and then, exit out of it. That's my thing. I want to have, the thing is with commentating, I find is a nice little sweet spot. Because trust me, there's a reason for the madness. I watch stream myself.
Right.
I watch it, and you know what? Sometimes the stream really doesn't grasp me. So I'll exit out of it. But the thing is, I'll think about, okay, why did I exit out of it?
Right.
And then I bring it to our stream here, and I'm like, you know what? I want the stream not only to be hype. There is such a thing as too much hype if you don't have the other stuff involved in it. You need hype. You need the information. People don't watch this just for the hype. They want the information. They want to know what was going on, what is being played, what are the interactions. What does the deck mainly play? What is going on here? You need to be someone that is attentive to what is going on the field, at the same time talking about experiences, talking about the new set, talking about old sets, old cards. I feel like it's just something that encompasses, it's just one of those things where it just, you got to try to throw as much as you can on the stream.
Yeah, no, exactly. You have to throw as much as you can on the stream. Now, speaking of throwing stuff on the stream, we're about to throw the thoughts of Evan U7 back on here in the break. We're going to see if he's ready. Until that time, I think it's nice if we go to a short little break, see what's going on.
Let's go ahead and go to a quick break. Like Prince said, that's the end of round 2. This is Salt. This is the stream before Nats. Oh, man, if I could be there. But you know what? We go Worlds. We're going to Worlds. We're going to Worlds, man. That's what it is right there. Speaking into existence. This is Salt. This is Super at Lotus Thursdays. That was just the end of round 2. Do not go away. We will be back for more. And, of course, there is a special somebody that is looking to say something. Bikini Bottom Deck. That's what it is. We had to do that right there. Go ahead and sign out for the guy.
All right, my man. It is the Prince of Destruction. We have PR signs. We will be right back with round 3. Don't go away.
Look, man, I'm so sorry about that match. I could have sworn he was going to use Asian construction.
Hey, he led me to believe it. He led the community to believe it. And I was supposed to be playing Jin. That's what we were supposed to do. But he played Blue Baby, and he pulled the wool over all our eyes. But hey, let me tell you a little something about Prince, okay? Because now that you're what's with the shoulder, man? Now that you're gonna be playing against Prince, you're having U7. You're gonna be playing with U7. But just know what he did with me, he's gonna do with you. He's gonna find the counter, and you're gonna have to deal with that, man.
I'm looking into it. You have a streaming deal.
Yup. This
What's up, boys and girls? We are back at it again. We are here, and we are about to see Rays versus Rays here today. On our left is TZ, on our right is, Evan U7, and we ain't really gonna talk about him too much. This is the final round, third and final round, and we are here, and we are ready to go. As you can see, the princess here, the main man, the one that is... And PR Sign is here too. Good to see you, my man.
I heard main man, and I had to make an entrance. So what do we have on here? What do we have? We have Icarus and we have Invoker.
Yeah, it's Evan versus TZ.
TZ versus Evan.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. What's the poll right here? Who's gonna win, Icarus or Invoker?
I'm hoping it's Icarus.
You're hoping it's Icarus?
Yeah.
You know what? Just to be on the opposite side of you, I hope Invoker wins.
I know you do. I know you hope your boy Evan
because
wins.
you know what? How about this? I'll make a deal with you.
Oh, what's
if
the
this
deal?
man actually summons Victory Strike and goes in for Victory Strike, I'm gonna do a full-blown Kamehameha.
All right.
I'm gonna do a full-blown Kamehameha to where as soon as it throws down, guys, just put your volumes down low. Just put your volume down low. I'm gonna do a full-blown Kamehameha if this man goes in for Victory Strike.
You know what? I'll see that, and if he doesn't, I'm gonna just laugh at his face.
Oh man, come on, Evan, play the Victory Strike, bro. Play the Victory Strike because I'm gonna do the Kamehameha at you, bro. And we're gonna do a loud and proud Kamehameha.
A loud and proud Kamehameha, and then when it gets final flash.
Yeah, you can't.
you
Skills can't be negated.
Can't be negated.
You don't read the cards, bro.
Nah.
You don't read the cards.
You know what? You know what? You're right. I don't read the cards. I don't need to. I just win on my own merit.
Hey, your own merit.
Yeah,
Hey,
my own merit.
Sometimes you gotta get them with get them.
Your own merit.
Well, there we go. We got Icarus, and I'm over here thinking the way that Icarus plays is a nice little mid-range to long-range, and of course we know Invoker is definitely a long-range deck.
It is.
But now that Invoker doesn't have Cap Blow, they have to go with another way of winning. When comes, we know the promo that continues to restand and swing.
And you know what else it has to go for?
What?
It has to go for the mats.
We were you good. You're taking my line. Oh man, Prince. Maybe you gotta be commentating every 2 weeks or so, man. You gotta get.
Well, wait a minute now. Wait.
You're taking my lines, bro. You're taking my
Look,
line.
man, it ain't my fault that you're missing your cues. That's okay.
I'm missing the cues a little bit, but you know what? PR Science cues will always be PR Science cues. And TZ went ahead and charged and then passed turn. And now we got Evan U7 that went ahead and actually played. So he played Sleepy Boy in the energy and rest mode. So he did not see a TOP. Swung in and he's going ahead and filtering. So he actually filters. They're playing really fast. Well, they're teammates, so they know what their decks involve. Right. They know what they're doing. Swinging in with the leader, and now he's gonna go ahead and draw and pull a card from life. So we got Gohan that goes down to a quick 6 lives real fast because you know what? He's not gonna wait and for Evan
going
U7
down to 7
and
lives.
they're going real fast right there, going back and forth with swings. But yeah, Evan U7, of course, having that activate battle, that's very nice. Being able to filter your hand, so you can put an extra card from your hand to the drop area, draw a card, gain 5k power, and you can choose up to 1 card from your life and add it to your hand. So very nice. If you're trying to defend yourself from a 10k swing, you don't need to pull a card from life unless you want to, because you gain 5k on top of that.
Indeed.
So it looks like Evan goes down to a quick 6 lives to match his teammate right there. And we got, like I said, Evan's about ready to charge his second energy, and we'll see if he actually gets that TOP that's going to allow him to filter through his deck, which is what he needs. He blindly warps the extra card in order to get the High School Musical card to hand. hand, but he's going to go ahead and swing. This is nice filtering that Evan has right here, because the High School Musical card does have an activate main where you tap a red and bring the card back to hand.
Yes, indeed.
So you can just continue filtering and bring it back to hand, and it's a nice little board wipe.
It is a nice little board wipe, but you know, Icarus we know has the beat sticks to get in there with, and it does have the resurgence of its vanilla monster. And it's kind of a waste of using it on, say, a monster card.
It is, and of course, whenever we did have Bojack back in Icarus, it did have Barrier. The High School Musical card does not get rid of cards with Barrier, but it does actually KO all the battle cards on board that has 20k power or less.
Yes.
So it's a very strong card, and if you have the keyword skill Invoker on board, you tap 1.
Indeed you do.
You tap 1 for a board wipe. That is not bad, but of course, you have the added effect of there needs to be that keyword skill. If you don't have keyword skill, it is a 4 cost in order to play it. It's just everything relies on Invoker, because if you don't have the Invoker, it's very expensive to play these cards with only a few amount of energies.
Indeed it is. And again, Evan, once again, not opening the TOP, he charged a Dimension Magic, and that's kind of upsetting for him. He tries to keep as many negates as he can in his hand, and seeing that he had to charge that is a little upsetting, not seeing the TOP.
But you know what, the TOP, like Matt Sublet would say, it can go without it. You need to learn how to play without it, because that's the first thing that people are going to go into their side for, to get rid of the TOP, because they know that even though you might not lose completely, it might not be guaranteed, you're going to be struggling. You're going to be struggling, because that is your prime way to search stuff, and that TOP is very strong. Being able to look at the top 3, rearrange, and put them all 3 on the bottom or all 3 on the top, that is very, very imperative to the search power of this deck, especially whenever you have the Catastrophic Blow that did not have limit 1. You need to search all the pieces that you needed to in order to bring down your opponent from 8 lives and burn them all the way down to 0.
And unfortunately, no one is rocking set 15 Red Broly tonight. Instead, your finals is going to be Icarus versus Invoker. Let's hope we don't get them mixed up like we did in the last one. And we are seeing the new Trunks going in for a big swing.
Nice big swing right there. Of course, he's going to go ahead and use a super combo. The super combo, this one says if all your energy is yellow and your leader yourself have 4 or less life, you get bottom deck a card. It gains 10k power. Draw 2 cards on top of that. The most prevalent super combos used in this game for the filtering. The thing with any card game is deck thinning is deck winning.
And consistency.
Consistency. You need to filter through your deck. Being able to see 2 cards as opposed to 1 card, even though you're only netting 1 like normal super combos, you're still getting rid of 1 card that you don't need and getting 2 more cards, increasing the probability of you getting a card that you can utilize.
Absolutely.
So it's all a numbers game, man. It's all mathematics, and that's why you got to pay attention in your math class, man. Especially when you're doing probability. Probability is key, and it looks like Evan is going ahead and Sensu beating, trying to, I think he's, Arrival Seeker, that actually, the combo cost of the Arrival Seeker reduces if you have dual color energy, and so that's 10k power right there in the Sensu Bean, so he's going to go ahead, and actually, I think after that, he might actually throw the Limp Wrist, and now Evan is thinking of what to charge for his third. Went ahead, you know what, that is the second time I've seen him charge the U7 strategies.
Yes.
For the third energy, exactly the third energy. And that does say that all of your red sayings have barrier, but the thing is, I mean, that card is only really used whenever he goes the promo route and just tries to swing in multiple times. You can give it barrier and then just go in for game.
Indeed.
Every time it restands, I think it negs your opponent's leader card by 10k or 5k.
It is by 5k.
5k, not bad at all. We got Chaotic Cypher on the horn saying right there, does this Icarus run Sensu Bean? I don't believe so, because in the last game, I don't think that he ran a Sensu Bean.
He did.
He did run a Sensu Bean. Okay, so he did run Sensu Bean. So both the players are running Sensu Bean. Evan U7 actually plays the Vegeta, and he's going to go ahead and awaken. We might see the Evan special, man. You
mean the fine TOP late and pass?
I don't know if he would pass. The Evan special being, let me see your hand, and let me get rid of a card that I don't like in your hand. And so he's going to go ahead. He swings in. This is something you rarely see, swinging in with the Vegeta right there. And the Vegeta, I guess, trying to get an activate battle, trying to do something, trying to get the filtering on. And he's going to go ahead.
There's the TOP.
There's the TOP.
As I said, seeing the TOP late and passing.
And you know what, this is another thing that I've noticed about Evan. He actually looks at his cards one by one.
Yes.
Because it says look up to 3 cards. And Evan is real skilled now. He doesn't automatically go straight to 3. He actually looks, sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's 2. And I'm like, you know what? That's when you got growth right there. That's when you got some growth. You know, the Evan special. Nah, he played the Evan special. So he actually used one of his overlay units, and he gets to look at his opponent's hand. Oh, he's got the Champa. He gets to look. Oh, he's taking the counter. He's taking the counter out of his hand right there. So, I mean, that does guarantee that now he doesn't have the cooler. So every time he negates, the negate should go through. But we don't know. He just passed turn right there. He threw the limp wrist. We don't know if TZ just drew another one.
And we really don't know if TZ just threw another one, but let's hope he doesn't. Because if he does draw another one, the next turn, Evan's just going to go, all right, let me get rid of this overlay unit.
And do it again. The Evan special. Well, he did throw the limp wrist, and now it's Icarus's turn once again, and Icarus is going to use his ability. He's going to draw a card and then play a skillless battle card from the drop area. And of course, there's another effect. When he combos with the skillless card, he draws once again. So definitely, it's such a strong card, man.
It is. It's extremely strong, man. And the thing is right, Icarus is not going anywhere. He has such good draw power based off of a vanilla and its leader. Doesn't really need much else.
All right, he's going to go ahead and play the Basil. And the Basil does say if your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, first of all, on play, you draw a card. 5 or more cards in rest mode, you get power added until you get 19k power, and then you get dual attack. Yes. So it's a nice little poker right there for a 1-drop to put in a little bit of work.
And he's probably going to poke in at the Vegeta.
Hey, you know what? That's actually... No, he pokes in at the leader. Why not poking at Vegeta? Oh man, I actually would have poked in at Vegeta a little bit. Vegeta has 19k power.
Well, I will tell you this: the Evan U7 is not at 4 lives. He is definitely at 5.
Well, Evan's at 4 lives, bro.
Man, I think one of them lives is stacked.
Man, you can't read cards. You can't see the number of lives, bro.
No, I'm blind. Remember,
man,
I got glasses, and sometimes they don't work.
You need to change your prescription, Prince.
Look, man, 2020 ain't my vision. All right, let's just say that.
Honestly, I thought you were talking about the year 2020.
No.
Bro, 2020 with this pandemic ruined my vision.
No. It didn't help it, but it didn't ruin it. It was already ruined years ago.
Man, I guess, but we got right here. Swinging. He's got that Bardock on board, if I'm not mistaken. That Bardock does put in quite a bit of work. I think every yellow deck might actually splash that in there because it's good removal. Yellow really doesn't have much removal nowadays.
Yeah.
When you're removal, everything has to be in rest mode, and then everything has a cost. Most of the cards in rest mode, they have to be cost of 4 or less, which was very annoying. Finally, we have a card that says it's in rest mode, yes, of course. But at least there's no criteria for the cost. Golly, man. Because it's too annoying for cost or less. Nowadays, you got so many high costs, you need to be able to pop those.
You do.
Especially if you're going to keep the sucker in rest mode, man.
I know. AOD has such good cards for that.
Oh, he's swinging at the Vegeta. Oh, he's going faster. Evan using Dimension Magic, negating, resetting 2 blue energies. And it looks like he does not have a negate that time. But he's going to go ahead and combo the skillless card in order to draw a card here. Oh. There you go. Oh, he's got a 1 combo. So he only had to combo 1 time. We got Evan U7 at 3 lives. We have TZ at 4 lives. TV has quite a bit of a book in his hand right there. Would you say that is the Chamber of Secrets?
I would say so. I would say that's the Chamber of Secrets.
I'll say Chamber of Secrets.
Right. And Evan's sitting over there with the Sorcerer's Stone, maybe a little bit right there.
Yeah, Sorcerer's Stone.
But the thing with it is half of that book is worthless.
Oh, he's swinging in. He's actually trying to get rid of that Vegeta. Yeah. Oh, so he combos it. So swings in for 20k power. We got Evan U7 comboing a Rival Seeker. That's 10k power to get out of it, which we know for a fact if you got an Invoker player comboing at 10k, they don't have any 5ks.
Nope.
Especially when he only swung with a 20k and he was 19k. All you needed was a 5k.
Yep.
Evan right now is hurting. So that's something as a veteran player you can see and you can read your opponent. Why would you combo a 10k when you only need 5k to out combo it? I'm telling you,
you're not wrong.
It's one of those things where you just got to catch stuff like that. So he's swinging in a second time because that dual attack. Now he's gonna go ahead and combo with 2 cards. He comboed a 10k. Oh,
there it is.
That's the thing. You only have 10ks in hand.
And just before we continue with the game, Reckless 9822 just followed a few seconds ago.
Oh, did
Thank
he?
you, my man, for the follow. We do appreciate it.
You know what? It doesn't even show up on the screen anymore. It's just that's upsetting. We got to see if we can get that. You know what? Much love to you, man. Reckless 9822.
But that's why we got the Prince here with his good vision.
I appreciate you, boss. I know, yeah, the Prince every now and then. You all just talk about against the community. You over here, you giving love out to the community.
If they love us, then I'll tolerate them. How does that sound?
I guess, Prince. I guess.
Hey, man.
You over here trying to create a little moral list and exceptions to your
And look,
morals.
Ice Dragon has subscribed for the 3rd month in a row. We appreciate that, big dog.
Hey, much love, Ice Dragon.
Seconds ago.
Not only do you just talk because he's trash, but now you subscribing too. Oh, this man right
Look,
here.
No.
That was that was good diss, bro. That was good diss.
No.
And speaking of no, it's Evan's turn, and Evan tapped 1 for Tyranny's cost. So he's drawing 2 cards. He can't victory strike this turn.
No, he can't.
He can't victory strike. But next turn he can.
Maybe.
Next turn he can.
Maybe.
He can victory strike.
He might.
I told you
I
what
think he will win.
I told you what my deal was. If Evan brings out that victory strike, I'm going for a big command man, bro. I'm going for a big command man.
What if he doesn't hit?
Then I'll pass out. Because that command man is gonna last. It's gonna last. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be loud. Long and loud. That's what we gotta do right there.
Oh, Reckless talking to you, saying PR.
What's happening, Reckless? What's happening, player? We got Evan U7 right now at 3 lives. His opponent at 4 lives. Actually, his opponent looks like they're at 3 lives as well. So they're at 3 lives apiece.
To 3 lives.
And Evan is trying to stack his hand to try to get as much negates as possible. I know he can use that High School Musical card right now.
No, of course.
He can do that. I mean, it won't get rid of the unison,
Nope.
but you get rid of the 2 battle cards that do something. There he goes right there. We all in. Oh, yeah. High School Musical card right there. The card. Ha ha. Doing the damage, and I think he threw the limp wrist after that. So Evan has 1 energy open. He threw the limp wrist to TZ. TZ right now is about ready to charge, I think, his 6th energy, if I'm not mistaken. 6th energy or 5th energy. I think it's 5th energy. It can't be 6. Yeah, it's going to be 5 energy. Energy 5. If Evan can survive this, you already know what's coming, bro. You already know what's coming. PR sign, I'm going to get ready.
The most unfortunate circumstance will come if David cannot win this turn. But I have a hunch.
Yeah, what's your hunch?
I have a hunch he has a certain card in his hand.
What card? What card now?
A certain 10 drop.
10 drop? You don't matter about no 10 drop.
So it don't matter about no 10 drop, fool?
Fool? Shrouded Mystery?
Yeah.
The card cannot be negated, bro.
Yeah.
The card can't be.
I'm talking about.
It's got victory strike, bro.
He took Fu out.
Wait.
Oh.
He took the Fu out. Even if it did.
No.
Okay, so even if it did, let's say he Fu shrouded.
Right now.
And then Fu shrouded says that you can't activate effects. Okay, he's not activating the effect.
Oh, Evan took the Fu out.
Oh, Evan took the Fu out. Wait, Evan had Fu?
No.
I thought you were talking about.
No. Evan took the Fu out of TZ's hand.
Oh, he ripped it out of his hand. Oh, I see. But I think still, if you played Fu, you should be able to play Victory Strike. Because Victory Strike, it's a passive. When Victory Strike hits board, it can.
Oh, wait. Why are they shaking hands?
Wait.
Oh!
Wait!
TZ won!
Oh!
TZ got it! Yeah! Yeah!
I didn't get to do a Kamehameha. You know that was a that was lackluster, bro.
Oh, man. Oh, it's good to see TZ in the winner's circle here today. Evan U7 getting his candy booty kicked out of the building. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, I gotta check my pulse. Make sure I'm not dead. Oh, it ain't a dream.
I was so ready to do the command man, bro.
I know you were.
I hardcore. You know I was ready. You know I was getting pumped for it.
Once again, you asked me, who's gonna win? I said TZ. You said Evan. You bet on the wrong horse again. You lost again. Oh, man.
That's why I don't go to Vegas often.
Oh, I go to Vegas all the time. I love to gamble. And you know what? I'm a gambling man, and today I gamble correctly, just like I gambled correctly at PPG. Woo!
I can't with this man. All right, where's Ice Dragon? Oh, you already know when Ice Dragon is on horn, he's gonna say something. All right, let's say Ice Dragon on the horn saying, the next time I'm feeling down about myself, I'll remember that Prince Kamehameha, and I'll remember I'm doing better than that.
See, no. See, look. Ice Dragon cannot be saying these things. You are disrespecting royalty here, right?
Man, what royalty? What money you got, bro? What?
Ha ha ha! I got enough to buy the baby deck and beat you with it. That's royalty.
Man, I'm past that, bro. My goal is for Mike, bro. I'm already done and said with you. I'm actually gonna be facing Mike, and it's gonna be exciting too, guys. I don't know if you've been reading the post lately, but Mike actually issued a challenge for everybody, and I actually kind of wanted to take the challenge, and I wanted to actually, face a challenge, actually face somebody who's gonna be worthy. You know what I mean? This guy over here, it was just. That was just like level 1. I'm going straight to level 100, bro. He's a pro. He's a pro. Mike man. Oh, and I can't wait for it. I cannot wait. That is awesome right there. We got Spartan.
I can't wait for it either. Because you know what? I'm going to wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, you know what?
Genuinely, I hope that I'll be there to commentate. I hope it's a good game, and I hope you actually win.
It's like a roller coaster with you, man.
I hope you win.
You're like a Sour Patch Kid.
No. You got to hear me out. I hope you win so I can put you back down again.
There you goes. First you're sour, then you're sweet, then you're sour again. That's what, he's a Sour Patch Kid on a loop is what it is,
yes,
guys.
I am.
Well, that was the end of round 3, and it looks like that actually that was the finals right there. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll come back. We're gonna come back. We're gonna give you standings. We're gonna give you announcements, and who knows, we might actually stay on the horn for a little bit and talk to you guys. I mean, because Nats is coming up, man. Right. We gotta have our say in Nats.
Now we gotta have our say in Nats, and we do actually have. There's a few topics I would like to talk to you about,
and we can actually talk about that too. You know what? To make up for lost time, and you know what, if you guys are willing to stay on here, hey man, more power to you, more love to you guys. We're gonna go quick break. We're gonna see what the standings are, come back, give you the standings, give you the announcements, and then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk a little bit about what might be to come about next.
Sounds good to me. Woo! Now this is the Prince of Destruction, and we also have our man here, David PR Science, back at it on the mic where he belongs.
I like it.
We will be right back.
the players? It's your hype boy, Pearson.
And it is your Prince of Destruction, and we have the standings for you today.
All right, so go ahead, roll them out. What are the standings?
In third place, we have T6.
T6. But that's the gamer tag. What's their name, bro?
I have no idea, and it ain't important. Second place, we got Evan U7.
Evan U7, man. If only he would have played that victory strike, I would have gave him a big,
And in first place,
big, huge Kamehameha.
First place, David TZ.
David TZ.
Good job.
That's
You
what's
was
up
good,
right
man.
there. Hey, you know what? Top 2 right there, Team Rays. Ooh, hold on. Oh, he knows he's in trouble. Oh, man, yeah, no.
Let me go ahead and get that door real quick. Let me get that.
No, you gotta close it. We're streaming right now.
Close the door,
Can you
Bob.
close it for me? All right, thank you. I'll tag you later. All right, yeah, no, we were playing a little tag with Abraham right there. If you saw Abraham earlier in the stream, man, he's got a lot of energy, bro.
He does.
He's got a lot of energy right there. Well, those are your standings for tonight. Now we're gonna go into some talk right there. Some talk about nationals.
You know I love talking.
You know what, and I do too. And the best thing I love about the talking is the hype with the talking. So
of course.
we got nationals coming up in a couple of days, and unfortunately, you and I cannot be at nationals for whatever reason. We've already explained. Me, like I said, I don't like being on the computer. It's just one of those things. Getting that, and then traveling. I'm not gonna lie, I got a sour taste in my mouth for California already because before this pandemic, I actually put in. I had a hotel plan.
Yep.
I had a flight plan. I was gonna go there anyway.
And then it got canceled.
And I lost my money. I don't know how many of you guys are in the same boat as me, but I tried going to California before the pandemic.
And that happened recently with Virginia.
And you know what? And it happened there too. Everything got canceled, and it was just very, like I said,
Upsetting.
it was discouraging. It was discouraging for me because I want to play with shiny cardboard, man. I want to look at my opponent's eyes when I tell him bottom deck, and he looks like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Oh, bro, this is funny. Hey, let me go ahead and tell you. You know the cards in your hand? Put 2 on the bottom of your deck."
Man, I'll tell you what. I will say I am very excited for the people going to Nats, for the people who in H-Town are going and supporting, their team and supporting Houston. It's going to be good to see. We have a lot of members from Team Rays, Team Dormant. We got people going. Salt Boys had Lovey, but he ain't going, but that's okay. That's okay.
Hey, but the thing is, at the end of the day, even though you got all these separate teams from these different places, it's the representative.
Yes.
It don't matter who tops. If you got someone from Salt Boys top, if you got someone from Rays, from Dormant, at the end of the day, they're from H-Town. From H-Town, and you know what's on top from H-Town, man? I'm all about that because, they're like, "Hey, PR sign, where you from?" H-Town. Oh, like that one guy at top? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? So, but you know what? Now that we're talking about Nats, what do you think is going to be number 1 at Nats? The number 1 deck that's going to come out, what do you think is going to be?
Honestly, it could be a dark horse. It could be an out-of-nowhere pick. It really could be. It could be the most out-of-nowhere pick. It could be anything.
No, it's got to be after. It's got to be after.
It could be Icarus.
It could be Icarus.
I think Icarus is still going strong. I think that deck is extremely strong right now. The new Red Broly looks very dangerous as well. And
I think when it comes to Red Broly, though, when it comes to new sets that are coming out, these guys that don't have too much playtime with it, that don't play test against it, it's hard to find the weakness to it. And then on top of finding the weakness to it, it's just like... You don't know how to defeat. I think Red Broly is one of those strong ones. Even before the cards came out, they were already wanting the card to get eroded.
Yep.
They were either a card to get eroded or they wanted the death ball to be banned. Like, there was already people saying that, "Oh man, it's going to be broken, it's going to be this and that." I think you're going to have the same decks that we've seen in the meta. You're going to have Red Jern, there's going to be a couple Red Jern, but I don't think it's going to get number 1. But you're going to see Red Jern. It is a good deck. It is a good deck. I have it. It's a great deck. You're going to see Cell Surge. Hand Destruction is always going to be in the meta somehow, some way, shape, or form. Cell Surge is an expensive deck, but at the same time, hey, it puts in work. But I don't think Cell Surge is going to get number 1 either. And the reason being is because against Icarus, Cell Surge really doesn't have a good matchup against Icarus, and I've seen it time and time again. With Icarus, I think you'll see it, but I don't know if it's going to get number 1 or not. Icarus being a top tier deck. And the thing is, now that it doesn't have Peter Katani, I don't know, and aka Peter Katani is Bojack. I don't know if it'll be a contender, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's going to be number one. I think it's going to be a sleeper deck like you're saying. I think people sleep on decks and they move and transition too fast. I think it actually might be maybe a Dark Broly player, maybe a Broly swap, something that is like old, but it's just like, dang, I know it exists, but I don't have anything to combat it.
You know, you bring up a good point, and here's the thing, right? Is we're in the past upcoming sets, right? The main thing that's been doing, you know, the most damage is Icarus. You had Cell Surge. You had all of this. You had Blue coming in with Soul Striker and Ramp, but two of those decks got hit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Blue Bojack's gone for Soul Striker and for Ramp, and the Icarus is hindered without that Bojack and that Errata. So Cell Surge may take it.
They can't really tap out.
Exactly.
If you don't have the Bojack, you can't tap out. You can't, bring out the Arrival Apes. You can't do all this stuff. I mean, there's a lot that you can do when you can tap out and then you can restand your energy.
Right.
I mean, that's what the Bojack did. And the Bojack, Bandai bans it, saying that it's going to hinder play. It's going to be standardized with all blue, yellow decks. So I see where they're coming from with that. And then, of course, on top of that, they errata the Zamasu. So got rid of the fact that they could actually interrupt the unisons. So it's just, like I said, it might just be a deck that people have played in the past.
Hey,
who knows? You might see King Vegeta or King Piccolo.
You might see Raditz.
Raditz. Now, why do you say Raditz? Actually,
no. I honestly, I'm just gonna say this. I don't think Raditz is stopping. But my thing with it is that if we're gonna look at a hand-controlled deck, most people are siding into Burrows for Cell Surge, and that is one deck that kind of takes care of that.
But at the same, okay, so the thing is with Cell Surge. Let me put you guys on game. This is the reason why Bandai hasn't really banned, because have you noticed that all the other Silver Bullets they banned? But this particular one, I don't know if Bandai is waiting to ban the actual Deborahs or not. So I've actually spoken to a hand destruction player.
Okay.
I've spoken to a hand destruction player, and I told him, how do you manage against people siding in Deborahs? And he said, it's easy. It's an easy cakewalk. And I said, why? He said he mains Black Mass Saiyan.
Yeah.
The man mains Black Mass Saiyan.
And then there's a second option that you guys don't really think about. Ape.
And apes, you can draw.
Yeah, you can draw off the apes. So if you hand control and you drop your apes, next turn, tap 2, draw 2. You don't have to worry about Black Mass Saiyan.
I mean, but at the same time, too, okay, so you discard 2 cards out of my hand. I draw 2 cards. I have to use 2 of my energies. Yeah, I'm trying to keep and maintain my hand, but at the same time, I feel like it's counterintuitive to use a draw ape. There needs to be something to combat it. And we had some stuff in the past, but Bandai keeps on banning this stuff. I mean, we had Tao. Tao was a very good answer to it, but we don't have that anymore.
But we're looking at 2 separate ways. For example, Icarus is more likely to play the apes, and aggro is more likely to play the Deborahs. That's the thing. Cell Surge's weakness is aggro. Overall, it's too slow of a deck. Aggro really gets in your face turn 2. By turn 2, you may have dropped maybe 4 cards.
That's why I'm saying that I don't think Cell Surge is going to be number 1, because you're going to have people playing Red Jiren, and Red Jiren can take care of Cell Surge like nothing. Like what you were just saying too, all a Red Jiren player has to really do is get on turn 1 or turn 2, get that 5-drop, dual attack, 19k power, and just start doing some damage right there. Just start doing that, because yeah, you'll drop 1 or 2 cards out of the hand, but the thing is, Red Jiren develops such a hand advantage. It's really not going to hurt them, and they can just discard a 1-drop. Then in the future, discard the yellow Jiren and bring the 1-drops back on board.
And honestly, there is one deck that's still a dark horse that no one's playing, and you know the wrath of. Blue Baby.
Blue Baby.
Because here's the thing.
It's not too much of a wrath.
And in my opinion, Blue Baby is still, right now, one of the best blue decks in the format.
I think it's still viable. I think it might have a shot. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like Blue Baby, okay, you play 1 card each turn. Yeah, you pretty much try to slow down your opponent, and then you wait to play Android Turning the Tide, or you wait to play Fu Shrouding. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Or you just sit on Unison and do damage that way. Play the ape. That Blue Baby is more than just a 1-trick pony if you really look at the deck.
It's pretty much one trick pony.
no,
It's pretty much a one trick pony.
No.
You cannot convince me otherwise.
5-drop Frieza.
You over here just slow.
5-drop Frieza.
5-drop free.
Mill them out. Oceana's 5-drop Frieza. So you have your mill package. You have all your negates. The Gohan's a 25k that swings in. You have your Boo Unison. You also have the 5-drop 8 counter with triple strike. Remove something, ignoring barrier. And sure, you got Fu Shrouded, and then you got your 17. All great things going into that deck, but the main thing with Blue Baby that people still aren't understanding is that when you're sitting here and you're saying, oh, they have a battle card on board, this is going to suck. If I drop an Oceanus for 2, it doesn't matter what battle card's on board.
I guess we got Jack of all trades on the horn right there saying, Icarus laughs at Black Mass saying, LOL, my Deburas will always hit.
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Icarus, that's why it's still a strong deck till today. But like I said, I think maybe you might be right on that. I think Blue Baby actually might be a deck, even though they did a Ride of the Field card, but it didn't really hurt it that much.
It didn't hurt it at all.
I don't think it hurt it at all, because the thing is, okay, so what? My field has to be clear. It's not like your field isn't clear anyways.
Exactly.
It just makes it to where you have to play a little bit more strategic. If you're gonna go the route of playing Obuni, you gotta make sure that your cards are off board before you can play the negates that you want to negate. And then at that time when you're playing Obuni, you really don't need the counters to be reduced by 1 because you got enough energy in order to play them.
Exactly.
So it's just one of those things where, like I said, I think Red Baby might actually have it because
You mean Blue Baby?
Or Blue Baby. There's no Red Baby, right? There's no Red Baby in this meta.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving, Abraham?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll catch you later, man. Tag. I'll see you next week, though, right?
Yeah.
You coming next week?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You have a safe ride. You tell your dad I said bye.
Bye.
All right?
Okay.
All right?
No Red Baby, Big John. No Red Baby.
Yeah, he
But
said
we
no
do
Red
have
Baby.
Ice Dragon asking, how do you think
Boom.
Hatch will do?
Boom.
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 See you.
All right, see you. Have a blessed one, kid.
We're trying to see how Hatch will do.
You know what? That's actually
Hatch is another dark
that's a
horse
good
out there.
sleeper deck right there. Hatch is actually not a bad choice of a deck for the sincere reason that you got aggros coming in. And with the aggros, they're just dead in their tracks because you got the walking flying Nimbus in the actual leader that specifies you swing in with a battle card. You cannot swing in with any more battle cards unless they have a cost of 8 or higher.
Correct.
So you actually might see Hatch in top. Actually, you know what? I actually will say you will see Hatch in top. It's just one of those things where it's actually really good. It's got a good spot now. And they use the Gogeta package too. They swing in, warp 2 from your hand, warp 2 from the field. It actually puts quite a bit of damage. I say you see Hatch.
And the thing is that Hatch is such a sleeper pick because the decks that it's good against are all of these top contenders, right? We're looking at, Cell Surge, you're ripping cards out of hand. That's fine. Hatch provides enough hand generation as it is. For example, if you're running the Kid Coup package with the Dragon Ball or with the 4-star balls in there, that's a free pitch, as well as the Boos. The black Boos that you can tap 1, warp it, discard a card, draw 2.
Yeah.
It's doing an excellent job. Doesn't worry about Black Mass Sand. It does what it needs to do.
And it's a black deck, so you can put Kotakai in there if you want to. Yep. There's a lot of good options that you put in there. Like I said, I think that deck is going to be top. We actually might have a good variety. Actually, I'm guaranteeing we're going to have a good variety.
Be a good variety.
It's going to be a nice variety, especially with the new cards that are coming out. You already have Icarus playing the new Goku Negate card out there that's a blocker too as well. Like, you got all these cards that are going to be a good factor with all these other decks that are in the meta. But like I said, you know what? The number one, it's so difficult. You know what? I'm just going to go and say Blue Baby.
Really?
I'm going to say Blue Baby.
You think Blue Baby's going to be the thing to top?
I think Blue Baby is going to be number 1.
So I've convinced you.
I mean, Blue Baby was always strong.
Have a plus one too.
That's what's up. I like that.
Then
There you go. All right. You know, I say, like I said, I say Blue Baby might actually have a chance because it's such an easy strategy to just wait, sit on it, and then just boom, play your card right there. If not, the Boo Unison is really strong.
It is.
What's stopping the Boo Unison now that the Zamasu has been eroded?
Exactly.
I think the only thing that was actually going toe-to-toe with Blue Baby was Icarus. Because Icarus had that Zamasu and they really couldn't do much. Now, because I've actually seen Icarus go toe-to-toe with them, they play the Fu Shrouded as well. So it's like now, you know what? I think Blue Baby actually might go. That might be.
I think that might be your sleeper pick. I think the real pick here, if I'm going to be a betting man, the real pick has got to be either Cell Surge or Icarus. Only because those decks really don't have too many answers that they can't contend with, or that don't bring in a factor that may be damaging to the player himself.
Right.
And as far, Ice Dragon bringing up a great, idea is that his time in Magic taught him anything, that blue counter control decks top consistently.
They really do.
And Blue Baby has been slept on ever since its errata.
Yeah. No, it's just it's a strong thing, and I think when it comes to erratas, I think the community does have, I don't know if it's per se a bad habit to say. The community has a habit of whenever a deck is hit, they move on. They throw that deck to the side. They don't even try. I don't know if some people might actually play test to see how it is. Some people might not. But you see a decline in decks whenever there's an errata that happen. Oh man, the whole community pretty much dropped King Vegeta after that errata, and I'm just like, that's fair, bro. How you get a free burn my life and playing a little baby on my field?
Drop King Piccolo too.
Yeah.
Drop Blue Baby.
But
Red Broly.
King Piccolo is really strong though. I don't think it's gonna get #1, but at the same time, it's still a strong deck. Big E himself has built a deck that just really steamrolls. It really does. You got free cards being played. Your combo from life. Playing 15k power, swinging in multiple times, they do a lot of damage early.
They really do.
And we got Jack of all trades on the horn right there saying, my buddy will be playing some U11 Spice at Nat, so keep an eye out, PR sign. Hey man, I'm gonna keep an eye out. I'm gonna watch the stream if I can. And you know what? And man, and I wish they could just plug me in. Hey! What's happening, player? It's your hype boy, PR Sign, and I'm in the chat with you guys. Like, it's so unfortunate, man. I want to be there, suit and tie or cosplaying or whatnot, but alas, we'll go for Worlds.
Bye, Cuckoo.
Bye.
Now here's something important we do have to talk about regarding Nats is the new rules that have come out or the new things that have been announced. Did you get to hear about
okay,
them?
so I heard a few of them, and that Finn one is
man.
that Finn one is very intriguing. I think everybody here wants to know because the idea is we want you to have all the information to have such a great nationals, and we don't want you to get steamrolled by these rulings.
To anyone that hasn't heard about what's happened with Finn is that there was a controversy stating whether or not you had to have a skillless unison on your field. Well, breaking news, you do. Unfortunately for any person who is looking to go play Finn, if your opponent has a unison out, it must be skillless for your Dabura effects to go off, such as the 20k Dabura that plays for 1 black if they have a skillless battle card or a skillless unison, or the Dabura that gains barrier blocker if your opponent has a skillless battle card or a skillless unison. Because the guards did specify skillless battle card, but did not specify skillless unison. It just said unison. So, for the people out there looking at Finn, I don't think it's going to be as strong as it was, but don't give your hopes up. And then the second one, more bigger news to those who are looking at barrier cards, right? For protection there is now another ruling that comes into place. If the card says place a card in the drop area, it actually is getting past barrier.
This is what I don't like about card games, and they actually share a commonality. Is that if it don't say target, it doesn't target. But if a card says select, okay, what are you selecting? What show me what are you selecting? Did you not point at it? Did you not choose it? Judge! That's a target right there. That's what I don't like about the game. It's just like, okay, you didn't use target, bro. But at the same time, you selected it. You selected it. You placed it. What you have to do in order to place the card? You have to take your hand, you have to choose a card, and then place it in the drop area. That's what I don't understand, man. Just continue with the ignoring barrier. Now placing, dude.
Another one is that to get this, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but the SS4 Toa deck. Do you remember that little combination?
Yeah, I remember that.
Do you remember the counterplay SS4 Bardock, the red one?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently the effect of it removing its black specific cost, it either doesn't matter or it doesn't take into effect.
It doesn't take into effect.
Correct.
Okay.
And here's the thing, here's the reason why. Because Toa takes care of all specific costs. So you know how it says black red?
Right.
Okay, it takes care of that already. So there's no reason for it to actually say, okay, we're going to take off this red. There's no red to take off. Or there's no black to take off. I can't pay that black if there's no specific cost to it. So it would, instead of it taking a life and playing it for one red, you're now just playing it for one color without taking the life, I suppose. And that in and of itself, or you're playing it for two. I don't remember exactly what Toa does, if it removes it by one or lessens it. But the point being is that that part of the card, you can no longer take the life to play that counter play.
Oh, okay. Hey, those are some big information right there. For you guys that are watching, I appreciate you. Much love. This was just the end of the night, and we decided, the Nats is coming in a couple of days. Why not, since Prince and I are not going to be at Nats, why not just go ahead and throw some of our assumptions out there, our opinions, and some facts, too, some actual information that you can use if you are actually going to Nats. There's some information you don't want to get blindsided by, because the last thing you want is someone say, oh, place this, and you're like, oh, bro, it got barrier, man, you can't, and the judge like, yeah, it gets around barrier, and then you just live it the whole time, man, and then we don't want you to drop out of Nats.
No, of course not. And the big thing I do have to say to the people out there who are going to Nats who haven't caught their flight yet, go to sleep on the plane. Go to sleep on the plane, get a good night's sleep, try to rest up before this event so you can prove that H-Town is the superior place.
And the thing is, now that you're going on tips, let's go ahead and give you guys some PR sign tips, bro. PR sign tips. There is nothing that you can do the night before that you haven't already tried or done weeks in advance. Take a shower. Go to bed. Like, get a good night's rest, get something to eat. You don't want to be staying up 24 hours, exhausted. You're tired. Your brain is hurting from all the thinking. Come on, this is one thing that I've actually experienced myself on my own. And ever since I did that, so a story, I'm gonna go ahead, brace yourself for a story. I was going to Dallas, and I was road tripping with Raul. And it was not bad, but the thing is, we play tested. And when we play tested the day before the regional, they were giving me some advice and saying, hey, do you want to win? Switch this up. Hey, do you want to win? Switch this up. So guess what I did? I switched up my deck. Yep. And guess what?
Didn't know how to play it.
The next day, no, it's that I didn't. It's not that I didn't know how to play it. It's that I wasn't happy with the deck that I was playing.
Right.
And so nothing went right. At the time, it was around the Shugesh era, and everyone was telling me, play Shugesh. I was like, no, I don't like that card. I hate that card. And so whenever I put the card in there, the card hates me too, man.
Yep.
And so I didn't see the Shugesh when I needed to, and then when I saw the Shugesh, someone played Karnoa.
Yep.
So I was just like, I actually dropped that tournament. I was not happy, and it was just very upsetting and discouraging. So then the next time there was a regional, and I said, you know what? I'm going to make a promise to myself, because my wife, she told me, hey, you know what? You got to stop changing it. You put in a lot of work and hard work into it. Don't change it when you get there, and then just play with what you got. Yeah. So what I ended up doing was I play tested as soon as I flew or drove wherever I needed to. I did not pull out my cards. I did not switch up cards. I just wrote out my deck list, and that was it. I might play test a little bit. I might watch, the buddies, but I went to bed. The next day, bro, I had such a fun time, and if I'm not mistaken, I actually topped there too.
Which is good.
So the thing is, when you're having fun, the W's come naturally. I wasn't stinking. I had a great night's sleep, and after that, man, I went and I had dinner, man. I had party. I tried doing what I could. Of course, I had to drive back, but that's the thing for me. That's my ideologies on it. You can play test all night long if you want to, but I don't think it really does help, because in my opinion, play testing, you play test for a whole bunch of hours, a whole bunch of days, months in advance. For what? For a few scenarios that you're looking for. And then whenever the scenarios come about, you play through too fast and you're like, oh snap, hold on. That was a scenario that I actually needed to think through.
Yep.
But instead of doing all those hours of play testing, why not just get a brick hand, or why not just set up a field where you have to break it, kind of like a puzzle, And then on top of that, what you can do is you can get in your group and you could talk things out. So instead of actually play testing different decks, which take hours on hand, you can talk it out and say, okay, what does Icarus want to do? What do they want to establish? What is the weakness of Icarus? And then you can say, okay, well, I'm playing this deck. What can my deck do against Icarus? That's your play testing. Yeah. You're getting knowledge from other people. So instead of play testing, whether it be play testing a pro or play testing someone that just picked up the deck, why not get the information from other people and then try that out as well? Like there's so many ways to go about it. And then when it comes to play testing, you got some people that don't play test the way they play. When you play test, you'll play test for hours. But then when you get to the tournament, you're timed. How does that make sense? Actually time yourself while you're play testing. You know what? Go speed duel, man. Speed duel, 30 minutes on the clock. You got one game. Let's go. Let's see how you're doing the pressure. Because that's how it's going to be. You want to make sure that you are good with your time. If you practice the way you're going to play, it's better for you in the long run. And I'm telling you this because there's been plenty of times I'll play test when I'm timed. And there have been plenty of times, game one, I'll look at my opponent, I'll see some things, and I'll look at my hand, and I'll look at my opponent, I say, you got it, game 2. And he'll look at me like, wait, you're scooping? And I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm Rocky Roading it, I'm vanilla, shuffle, side, let's go. And I have actually won 2 straight games after that because I was good with my time. And you know what? Sometimes if game 2 or game 3 lasts a little bit longer, guess what? I had the time because game 1, I made that veteran decision to just scoop it up instead of some people saying, play it out. You never know. You never know. It's like, you know. You see your hand. You see the field. It's just something about it. We got Ice Dragon on the horn right there. He's got a novel. He's got tips from a 18-year tournament
from
competitor.
A person that I know personally as well. And to somebody that I know who ran tournaments for 18 years and was in tournaments.
18 years.
The thing is that he will go ahead and say, sleep. Do not let poor decisions make you lose a round because you didn't sleep.
That's one thing, not sleeping. Whenever I hear a person saying, man,
We're about to go down the list, too.
Yeah, well, we're going down the list, bro. We're going down the list. But whenever I hear a person come up to me and say, bro, man, I could have won, but I misplayed. I'm just like, dang, well, I mean, if you could have stopped it, that's on you, player. The thing with me is, okay, misplay is a part of it, but the whole point of play testing the way you guys play test is to iron out all those misplays, right? So if you go to a big event, Nats, and you say I lost because of a misplay, I feel like that really just hurts the ego a little bit because didn't you play test all that time to prevent the misplays? You know what? I'd rather say, you know what? The dude played a better game than me. Then I lost because I misplayed. It just hurts because then it's just like, I could have done it. But I needed sleep. I needed to make sure I get sleep. And you know what? Sometimes if you get people that just doze off right then and there, you're like, bro, I didn't negate. You got a combo play. He's just like, oh, snap. I'm sorry, man. I only had an hour or 2 of sleep. I was like, that's your fault, player. That's your fault.
We got number 2.
Number 2.
Eat. Hunger impairs decision-making and judgment. That is an absolute fact. There have been times wherever I've been at tournaments, I am hungry as crap, and the only thing I can think about is getting some food in my stomach. And yeah, I may be the prince, but the prince even makes mistakes, and that does happen. I've made a few decisions that have cost me games based solely on hunger, thinking about that McDonald's Big Mac.
You know, and it can alter your decision, so you think ahead of time. So PR Sign, you know what? You road trip with PR Sign, you get all the tips and trades, bro. You got all the tips and trades. I actually take food and snacks.
Yes.
So in my bag,
we had snacks all up in the car.
Hey, I'm telling you, okay, so this is how PR Sign roll. You guys got these huge bags, and the huge bags contain 10, 20 decks.
Yep.
You're only going to nationals with 1 deck. So my bag would only contain my mat, my deck, some water bottles, and some snacks.
Yep.
Some snacks, maybe even a full course meal in there, man. I might have some tuna and some Pringles in there too.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, you're not gonna catch me sleeping. I'm not gonna look at you and say, hey man, I was hungry, man. I just wanted to get out there. I didn't even care if I lost. No, I spent good money to go to Nats. You know what I'm saying? These are some good tips right here.
I took a flight from Texas all the way out to California.
To Cali, bro?
To go and lose? That ain't what people are about.
Nah, that's not what it's about. You want to make sure you minimize that. And you know what? It's similar too, because I used to teach. These are the same tips that we give to our students when it comes to taking exams.
Yeah.
And they don't listen to them, man. They don't listen to them.
Right. And on top of number 2, you have number 3, stay hydrated for the same reason.
Stay hydrated.
Water fatigue can be such a problem nowadays.
It really is. You're releasing too much body heat when you don't have enough water. Your body is 70% water.
Yeah.
It functions on it. You need it, player. Because every time I see people playing the card games or whatnot, it don't matter what card game you play, they always got a Monster. They always got a Red Bull. You just dehydrate yourself faster. You want to be able to think clearer. And the thing is, water is gonna help you do that. Yes, I know you want flavored water. Go get yourself one of the Crystal Lights or something like that. You need to hydrate, man. You gotta have the H2O. They didn't make a movie for nothing, man. You gotta have H2O.
And now the last two I would like to comment on, because the thing is number 4 is keep calm. If you lose your head, you lose the match, and we have seen this multiple times at Lotus, at Galaxy. We've seen it so many times here in Houston where people will get so upset over just the smallest little things, right? Whether it be somebody that you think is slow playing you and is taking too much time. Calm down, take a deep breath. It's fine. If you're in a winning situation, you're going to win if you keep going at it. And furthermore, if you lose your head during a match, the only thing you're thinking about is what just happened. You're not even thinking about further plays, and that leads into misplays itself.
And I completely agree, because you know what? I've actually had people that would slow play against me. Now, I'm not going to lie. PR sign, I'm not one to yell judge. I'm not going to do that. I'll yell judge if I really need to. Like, if my opponent's like, I don't know about that, you know, I might want to call a judge, I'll call him straight up. I was like, bro, let me go ahead and do it, because you're not going to be as loud as me. Judge! And I'll call the judge, and, you know, the judge will jump and stuff. And I was like, hey, I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
My opponent just said he want to judge. I'll call the judge.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if my opponent is slow playing and I know I am not going to win, I'll scoop. That's another scenario when I scoop. If either one, I know I'm losing, I look at my opponent's board, I look at my hand, it's game 1, I was like, you know what, I got a good side for this, I scoop. Or if I know I'm going to lose, but I look at my opponent's board and he's slow playing, that all he has to do is just swing and combo, bro, I scoop. Oh, why? I'm not trying to see your ultimate win con, bro. I'm trying to win. So I'm trying to save as much time as I possibly can. So that's the thing. Don't lose your head, because if you lose your head, it's just nowadays you can't get frustrated. You got to stay calm. You got to stay zen, man. You really do. And you got to make decisions. You got to be able to, you can only control what you control. You cannot control your opponent. You can control the game. And yes, I know some of you guys have a mantra. Never, ever scoop until the final life is taken. But I disagree with that.
Yeah, so do I.
I disagree
and
with that.
finally, number 5, probably the most important rule on this thing. You don't have to sleep, you don't have to eat, you don't have to hydrate, you don't have to keep calm, but the one thing you do have to know is everybody is beatable, including you.
Everybody.
And that's the thing. If you go into a mindset seeing, say Legends, right? Say you've heard all about Legends and you don't think you can beat him. He's beatable. Thinking about Brandon, he's beatable.
The fact of the matter is that
anybody can lose.
Number 5 is a mind state. It's a state of mind, because you know what? Sometimes you can get starstruck.
Yeah.
Sometimes round 1 or round, semifinals.
Even if you see the Prince.
Yeah, you might get.
I'm not beatable.
You might get starstruck, bro. You might.
That's a joke.
You know,
I am beatable.
Legends might sit right in front of you and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And you're just like, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose." Right then and there, you lost, because you already put in your mind, Legends is in front of you, you're gonna lose. Now, I'm not taking away credit. The dude is phenomenal. But the thing is, it is true. Everybody is beatable, for the sincere reason that this is still an art. It's RNG. You know, if Legends draws his cards, great, man. He's got the strategic way to take you out. But the thing is, if he doesn't see his cards, that's when you capitalize. It's every person is beatable, and I completely agree with that. And you know what? Sometimes it might not even matter the deck too, because at the same point, if they see their cards, they see their cards. It's the same principle. It's how you pilot it. It's how you think. It's how you strategize.
It's all about the game and how you play it. And that's the important thing here, right? And overall, the one thing that I would have to say to anybody going to Nats, right, is don't let the pressure get to your head.
Yeah.
Don't let that get to your head. You're going to be nervous on that flight. That's just a fact. You're going to be nervous on the flight. You're going to be nervous in the hotel room. You're going to want to practice all night long. That ain't...
He's just watching this.
He's just watching. But that's the thing. You're going to want to practice all day long, and at the end of the day, none of that's going to matter if your nerves are all racked up.
Your nerves are, and you know what? And there's little tips and nitbits that you can do for nerves. Like, for the last tournament that I went into, I actually had some seeds. I used to be a baseball player, and I used to eat seeds all the time. And guess what? I actually brought it in very first time. I didn't even think about it. I went into a tournament with some David seeds. They were flavored, Taco Bell flavored.
Oh wait, I remember this because I was there.
Yeah, you were riding with PR Sign, and I would always put in a pinch. I would always put in a pinch of seeds before a round, and man, that really did calm my nerves. I was eating seeds the whole time I was playing, and I would do my thing, and that was it. Yeah, David C's might not work for you, but the thing is, you find something that gets those nerves out of there. And I know sometimes people don't have the nerves until they're on camera.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. When you're playing off camera and playing on camera, it's two different things. And you got to make sure that those nerves are under control, because if those nerves aren't under control, then that's when you start to get nervous as well. So it's just one of those things. You got to be calm, cool, and collective. You got those tips right there from Ice Dragon. And of course, you got our Say So. You got Prince right here. You got PR Sign. And like I said, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go to Nats with you, but these are our sign-offs for Nats right here.
And before we go, we had a little special guest come at the door. I'm going to go see what he needs.
You're going to go see what he needs?
I'm gonna go see
go
what he
ahead and
needs.
see what he needs
You know,
right there.
I'm
Go
gonna let
ahead.
you guys talk with PR for a
Go
little
ahead and see
while.
what he needs right there. So PR Sign is going to go ahead and pull your ear for a little bit. Like I said, you already heard our opinions. You already heard what, we have to say when it comes to the tips and trades. Of course, we're going to go ahead and end off with some announcements. And Prince is going to go ahead and figure out what Lovey was trying to get at. But for the announcements, we do have a match and an event coming up here at Lotus. It's not going to be a PPG event, but it's going to be a big event nonetheless, and that is actually going to lead into the match that I actually had made official with Mike. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm going to go ahead and recap. So on the Hermit Style podcast, they had Mike, actually one of the founders of the podcast, and he was actually saying that he will money match anybody or face anybody out there. And I was thinking to myself, and it wasn't until Ernest actually posted on the Houston Dragon Ball Super page, and I was thinking, you know what? This dude is a pro. I might want to go ahead and see what I got against the pro. He's known. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and go out there and do my best. And so I actually messaged him. I reached out to him and, FaceTime, had a good conversation. He was a cool dude. He's actually in Virginia. I didn't even know that. And so he's been looking at Lotus. He wants to come to a big event. And I told him, well, if you're in Virginia, we got to make it worth your while. We can't just have you come down here for a match. We got to do a special event. We got to do a big event here down at Lotus. And the finale is going to be me facing Mike.
And it's going to be very interesting, and for sure I'm going to be there to call that match to see what's going on.
You got to be able to call it, bro.
Oh, of course. But if we're going to talk about matches.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
If we're going to talk about matches. There's two matches that I really want to get into, right? The first one, and you can sit here with me if you want to talk about it. That's okay. Is against Evan U7. Now, look, nothing against Evan, right?
This is the part of the show when he does do his rants.
Look, nothing against Evan. But why am I going to play against him? He's not top 5. There's no reason.
And PR Science feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
He might not even be top 8. And look, and Evan, I know you're sitting out there, and I want you to know something. Your victory striked a newbie today. That ain't cool. You're the biggest villain I know. That ain't right. But people call me a villain. And if I'm a villain, Evan, because I know, actually, you know what? I'll say, against you, I'll admit, I was a villain.
No, you're a hardcore villain, man.
I know exactly how it is.
I'm still salty about that,
I
dude.
know. No. I'll admit, I know what it's like to be hated. I know it.
Oh, Prince.
I know what it's like to not be liked, to look down upon.
The fact that you would stoop so low to get the W like that, bro. Oh my gosh.
Look, until Evan realizes that he's rolling with the real villains of DBS, he's rolling with the real bad guys, that his mentor is one of the most disliked people in the community, and he is proud to be behind him, till he realizes that, there ain't no reason for him to call himself a hero, for him to try and come after me.
Man, I don't even know what to say to this.
But that's the small news.
There's more news.
The bigger news is I'm excited. Because after Nats, in December, we're going to try and make this happen. We're going to try and get the Salt Boys to go up against Dorman.
Hey.
Finally.
Team Wars.
Look, it's been a long time since we had
It really has, and Lotus has been known to put on some good Team Wars events, and I think one of the best Team Wars events actually did happen at Lotus, and I'm actually very excited about it. That definitely is going to be a long day for PR Sign, bro.
Well, you see, here's the thing, right? I'm inclined to kind of let my team show up and show out, right? Because that's what team's supposed to do.
I would assume that's what you would want your team. You don't want to show up and scrub out.
I might. Well, I ain't gonna do that. But I might sit back here with you and just watch the fireworks, my man, because it's all about showing how good we really are. As you can see, the shirt is on fleek.
It really is, and you know what? PR Sign doesn't have a team, so it's just all PR Sign, man. PR Sign.
PR Sign is always on. Is always on Team Friends.
You already know. You already know. Did you see what he just did right there? He did. PR Sign's on the bottom deck of society right there. That's what PR Sign's a part of.
PR Sign is Team PR Sign.
That PR Sign, that's all I need.
But overall, I'm excited for that Team Wars. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I've been talking a big game.
You know what? Lily has really, as the mother of DBS, Lily has really been doing a lot for the community. And you know what? She has already included Prince and I in what she plans on doing, guys. I'm telling you, she really is putting in a lot of work. If you guys can, I'm telling you, just message a thank you. That's a thank you goes a long way, and especially with Lily, man. Lily, all she wants to do is help the community out as much as possible. Any way that she can possibly make it better, or make things more entertaining, or make more events out there, she's actually really going out there and doing it. She's putting in a lot of work, and I'm telling you, a thank you can go a long way.
And I'll tell you this much, guys, right? Is that I may be speaking for myself, but we're dead serious on one thing. If you want to see PR and the Prince at Worlds to commentate, you got to speak up.
Oh, yeah.
You got to speak up.
PR Sign, I can speak up as much as I want to, but honestly, it is the community. It's the people. I mean,
I'll let you talk about that. I'm going to keep my mouth closed.
Yeah, no, the community. Aha! We're talking about the community. No, the thing is also, PR Sign, I have been commentating for a long time now, and there's been quite a bit of people that have been helping me along the way.
Of course.
But I've noticed that with my commentating, it's more kind of like a mom and pop restaurant.
Right.
You know, if you know about it, you watch it. If you don't know about it, you're just like, oh, snap, you know, where can I find this guy?
Right.
It's unfortunate, but at the same time, you know what? There's no real means for it. And it wasn't until, I want to say, maybe 3 years that I finally got a break because people actually were listening. I guess they stumbled across the stream and they said, hold up, man, we need this guy to commentate. And I actually made my debut. I flew down to Florida and made my debut commentating for PPG right there. And everybody messaging me. It was so much love, guys. I really did appreciate that. They were just like, this dude need to be commentating, this dude this, official this, and it really did warm my heart, and I really did appreciate that. And after that, I did get more messages from George to commentate, but then after that, the messages kind of stopped. So I was like, snap, did PR Science say something I wasn't supposed to say, you know, all the PC stuff and whatnot. So now I'm back to the, you know what, I got my weekly stream right here, and I'm actually content. I'm very happy with it. You guys that are watching, it's much love to you guys. It's for the community. If you guys want, you guys can make it happen. That's literally what it's all about. Literally what it's all about. Because I'm not gonna lie, man. If you guys even remotely say, you know what, Prince and PR, we need them at Worlds. We need that hypeness. And I get a message from Bandai. You know, clear. Prince. What going on the world? Like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna be.
It'd be super cool to be there. But I tell you what, talking about content, I'm very content with being here every single week, whether it be with you or with the other dude. No Nat's commentary.
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I didn't get the call for Nats.
Where did we go speak up on it? I mean, the DBS Facebook page is
I know Bandai does look at the Facebook page, the DBS discussion page. I know Bandai, I think you can message Bandai themselves.
Yeah.
But I actually don't know, to be honest. That's why it's just like, you know what? When the community speaks, Bandai listens.
Yeah.
So it can be on the discussion page. Yeah. Bandai really does look at all that.
And the thing is that to me, it would be awesome because I haven't been commentating. That's criminal. I agree, that is criminal. But to me, it's been a thing of I started at the back end at the top 16 of PPG with PR Sign when they graciously allowed me to come and commentate with them. And that was a blessing in disguise because I got to come here, commentate at Lotus, and enjoy a lot of good time, commentate the second day of PPG, and man, it's been a blast ever since then, and I feel like our team up has been phenomenal. I think that bringing that type of thing to Worlds would allow a lot of people to not only enjoy the show, but to enjoy themselves as well.
Because that's what entertainment is.
And that's what it's about.
That's what it's about. It's the entertainment. The thing is, we want as many people to watch Worlds. People are going to be watching Worlds regardless. We don't want people to watch Worlds and just like, oh, man, is this match?
Oh, man. No offense. Look, no offense. You can take it if you want. You can take offense. I don't really care. You know me. I say what it is. The point is, I'm watching up at the Dallas PPG regional, right? I'm watching that, the one that Christian won at, right? You remember that one?
Yeah.
Watching that, the commentary is so lackluster. It was so boring. It was one word, pause, for 5 minutes. Another word. You got to keep on that, man. You got to keep talking.
You know what? And that's just something you pull from me, and I'm glad you did, because when it comes to commentating, I take great pride in it, and I think it's because of my experiences as well. I was a teacher for 4 years.
Right.
And when it comes to teaching, guess what? First of all, what I taught was not something that kids want to learn.
History.
I know.
Oh.
I taught physics, and I taught chemistry. Those were the two subjects I taught. So let me tell you how many kids try to sleep in my classroom. But the thing was, no, I told jokes. I was yelling. I was making it to the point where the kids had nothing to do but to actually listen. You know, and they were actually enjoying themselves. It was one of those where it's like, you know what, Mr. Santana is all right.
Yeah.
And it's just like, we know I got to be there because it's my job. You got to be here because it's schooling. Let's try to make the most out of it.
Let's make it as fun as we can.
As fun as we can. And you got to do work. I got to be the teacher, but at the same time, you know what? Here you go. And
let's have fun with it while we can.
Let's
do what we can do.
It's kind of
the same thing here, right? Is that you're not forced to tune into the stream. But I mean, we'd like it if you did. But I mean, you come in, you watch, and at the end of the day, we're not here to make it boring for you. We're here to make it entertainment, and that's what's important to us, is making sure that you guys are having as much fun as
entertainment, fun, the information too. It's just, for me, it encompasses so much when you commentate. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, people are watching you. Like I was on a podcast. It was Thinking on Charge, and they were telling me what my ideas were for commentating. And they asked me a strong question. They asked me. They said, what percentage of the thing, like, what percentage is commentating to the stream?
Right.
And I looked at them and I was just like, this is one of those questions where it's like, you don't want to come out to be the bad guy, but at the same time, you want to be true about it.
Right.
And so I said, okay, if you're watching sports and you're watching your favorite team go against a rival, if there was no commentating, how long would it be until you turn off the sport game?
Well, if it was your favorite team, you wouldn't turn off the sport game.
It was your favorite team, yeah. If you're a diehard fan of the team, you know, hey, we all about the Yankees. If the Yankees are playing the Boston Red Sox, and I don't have any commentating,
for the most part, you're going to turn it off.
For the most part, you're going to turn it off. It don't matter who is playing, and I'm not taking any credit away from the greats. The people that are the pros, the people that play the games, legend. You know, I'm not taking away from the guys that have topped the Nationals. I'm not taking away from Eggman. You know, all these guys, Peter Katani. I'm not taking anything away from these guys. But you can have these guys on stream, and if you got a commentator that's like,
and he drew another card.
He drew a card. Oh, that's a good card.
It looks like he's playing the 6 drop.
I don't know.
We all know what that does.
I don't know if I would play that card.
And I can guarantee you, people who are watching Worlds who don't really know about the game are just going to look at some of these cards and go, oh, what does that do? And if the commentator doesn't know what the card does and isn't explaining this is one thing I don't like, right? And I'm just saying. One thing I really don't like when I'm watching a stream is whenever we're looking at a board state and they're not explaining why the card they just played has such a profound impact on said board state that changes the dynamic of the game. If you can't, I like commentating in the terms of a brand new player's watching.
A brand new, but you know what? I couldn't have said it better myself.
A brand new player's watching. How can I explain this to them?
You know
This
what?
has happened.
I think the most precious moment I had commentating was when I was at PPG. It was after commentating, and I think it was because I commentated with Giancarlo, man.
Right.
Giancarlo, that dude was cool. We commentated. He actually looked at me and said, "Oh, you're the commentator? You know what? I actually don't want to play. Can I commentate with you?" And I look at him. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of stammered a little bit. I was just like, bro, you're a good player. You don't want to commentate? Are you sure? You gonna get a lot of pricing? He's like, nah, man, I want to commentate. And I was like, okay, all right, let's do this. And he put a post on there, and there was one dude that messaged. I'm not gonna lie, this dude messaged, my mom was sitting with me and watching. She had no idea what was going down. She was listening and enjoying the commentating.
And I have a very similar moment.
And the fact that a mom was watching and she was like, this is wholesome, this is PG, and she was enjoying
I
herself.
Get behind it. And the thing is like this. My brother watches the stream as much as he can, and he is brand new to the game, learning Hatch himself. You know, brand new, and he watches every single time, enjoying every single moment of every explanation, and he's trying to pick up certain little things, and that's what's important. Because I know there are people out there who either are veterans to the game or don't know what these cards do, and they're trying to learn, and that's what's important to me. But at the end of the day, right, and you know, it's getting late, so I mean, at the end of the day, we are gonna have to close it at some point because we got to get back to the house. You know, I don't know about you, I need to get some sleep. You know,
Hey,
some
the
shut up.
commentating curse, man. You know, we just don't know when to shut
I
up.
know, but at the end of the day, what's important to me today is that we may not be able to go to Nats, but we can go to Worlds if people go out and actually bring out the word and tell Bandai and talk to Bandai and let them know. And if you do that and we are able to get to Worlds, just let you know that's H-Town guaranteed at Worlds in some shape or form.
And you know what? We got to go all out. If we got the community going out for us, we got to go all out.
I might dress up as a character.
We gotta
Man,
do.
oh,
We
man.
gotta either do a suit and tie, or we gotta cosplay or something.
I might dress up as Bobbity.
Something. I would love to see them wrinkles
Oh,
on your
Lord.
forehead.
Oh, Lord.
Something to show our appreciation. But
course.
let's go ahead and close it out, man. Because like I said, I could talk about DBS for a
could too,
long,
my
long
man.
time. But guys, thank you so much for watching the stream, and I hope you guys had a wonderful time watching as much as we did commentating.
Oh, man.
And you already know this is Salt. This is Super at Lotus Thursdays. I am your hype boy, your bottom decking fanatic, PR Sign.
And I am your Prince of Destruction. Thank you guys for watching. You guys be safe.
UBI.